All right, all right. Looks like we are live. I actually had like a little bit of an issue here with my board. I think I forgot to actually clean it off here, so we're gonna do that. Shout outs to everybody. What's good? OJ here. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Welcome back. We are gonna talk about a lot of stuff today because obviously we got some terrible news when it comes to Microsoft, Xbox, the situation that's going on there with with the layoffs, and I want to talk about something because I've been seeing a lot of back and forth online with people, people that are PC people, Nintendo people, really PC and Nintendo people, then other people talking about the situation. So I kind of wanted to give my thoughts on it and kind of go over that and we'll talk and we'll discuss what all of that is about. So shout outs to everybody here. Combo breaks, let me make sure I test that. Looks like it's working okay. Shout outs to everybody here. Welcome to the stream. Let's get into some shout outs. Like, if you want me to say hi to you, make sure you say what up in the chat and I will say hi to everyone here. Before we get into we also got Nintendo Switch 2 news, updates on the sales numbers. Apparently it's not 5 million. Apparently it's more it's more like 5.5 million for the first sales numbers, the first month from June 5th to June 26th at least. So looks like it might be even more based off a few analysts. All right, let's get into the shout outs though. My man Dior, what's up Dior? Welcome to the stream. Cyber Taurus, what up Cyber T? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Cyber T. He's got the D brand controllers and the issue of like the automatically disconnecting the controllers. That's happening with his. So we're going to talk about that. I also have my Skull & Co. came in. So I've got, this was obviously my other one that I showed you guys, the BH Gift grip. But I've got the Skull & Co. grip. So I just used that for a little bit today, maybe like 10-15 minutes. So I haven't had a chance to check it out. But already from the initial impressions, I like it. I wish it actually showed the whole Switch 2 logo, but at least it shows some of it. I like the fact that the top of the Switch is not covered up. The other one, the top was covered up. Because this one actually wasn't bad. I kind of like maybe the grip a little bit more, but this one actually wasn't bad. But the problem was the top was covered off, and it's thick, so sometimes you have to like really dig in. Oh, snap! Yo, Big Queen, what is going on? Big Queen again! Star Platinum! Ah! Oh my goodness, yo, Bead Queen, right in the middle of me doing my little mini review. You guys give some love to Bead Queen with the huge 150 dodo bomb. Yo, player essence stronger than ever. Bead Queen stronger than ever. Thank you so much, young lady. You are goated, like always. And like I said, melanin, no melanin, Queen is the name, Queen is the game. Yo, shout outs to Bead Queen. Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate that. Big love. Shout outs to Bead Queen. Bead Queen, Animal Crossing music, or what would you like? I got you for today. What would you like? Let me know in the chat. Shout outs to Bead Queen. Oh yeah, all these Microsoft layoffs are Nintendo's fault. I saw some like popular Xbox trolls say some stuff, but I kind of wanted to respond in a different way.
Microsoft is trash. I'm sorry, the job market is ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
I hate that people lost their jobs, and Microsoft's response is EU. Also, the My Hero game is a pass. Lol.
Shout outs to Bead Queen, shout outs to Justin, shout outs to
My line
Cyber
of
T.
work. I know people on Team Green. They have families. The only thing that should matter today that they are losing their jobs.
Agree.
I'm sure at some point they will get hired on somewhere, but that's not today.
Yeah.
There's my take on that news.
It's a terrible take, and I think the biggest problem, like, people always want to know why something happens, right? Like, what's the cause of it? And honestly, it's leadership and it's management. Like, this shouldn't have happened. And the reason why it's happening is because it's leadership and it's management. They bet wrong. Microsoft bet wrong, and this is what happened to these people. But listen, let me tell you guys something, because I see this online all the time. People say, oh, well, this company does this or this company does this. Listen, when a company fires employees, it doesn't mean you're off scot-free. Those employees that are fired, that affects them. That affects you. Here's why it affects you. If you are looking forward to playing Perfect Dark, how are you going to play Perfect Dark anymore? Well, not the game that they were talking about. Microsoft sold systems based off of the before fact that they were hiring the initiative, that they brought in another team to help out. What's up, Aries EMS? That they brought in, that they spent all this money. Now you don't get that game. That's screwing over consumers too. That's screwing over your customer base because you were advertising a game for the last 5 years, and then now all of a sudden that game's not coming out. Because I did see some popular YouTube trolls try to sit there and say that, like, well, they try to make it into Nintendo, Microsoft type of like Sony type of thing. It's like whatever. But they're saying, oh, well, Nintendo, they screw over their fans. Bro, firing developers and cancels games screws over your fans just as much as anything Nintendo does or as anything Sony does. When Sony lays off developers and cancels games, that screws over fans. We're fans because we play the games. That's the reason why we're fans. We're not fans just to look at the system. We're not fans just to sit there and say, oh, wow, Microsoft, they're great. We're fans because they make products that we like to play. If you guys are a fan of me, it's because, oh man, OJ's doing something. It's not just I do nothing and you're just a fan of me. That doesn't work that way. Like, or you like my channel or you support or whatever. It's no, I gotta do something. I gotta talk. I've got to create content. I've got to interact. I've got to do something in order to get people to like you or to be a fan of you, or that I can, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta exist. You gotta do something. So I found it hilarious that some people, some content creators, were trying to sit there and say that, well, Nintendo screws over their fans in response to the news that Microsoft is firing developers. Dude, that screws over us too. I'm a fan of Perfect Dark. I want to see Perfect Dark. I want to play the game. That's the reason why one of the reasons why I bought an Xbox. Is because, okay, well, Perfect Dark, they have Banjo, they have these IPs, maybe they get brought back. That's the whole point. That screws over us too. It screws over them, the developers, and it screws over us. We buy these systems to play the games. It screws over everybody. There is no, oh, well, this is one. They're all equal. They can all be equally bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them. But firing developers is a double whammy. It's not good for the developers, and it's not good for us. It's one thing to sit there and say, oh man, like, I don't like the price of this game. Okay, fine, you don't like the price of this game. But all those, if you're looking at Mario Kart, if you're looking at whatever, at least those developers are getting paid. At least they're getting paid. At the bare minimum. I don't like the prices, but at least they're getting paid. At least I know, okay, well, Nintendo's developers are getting paid. And where's the money going? Microsoft's CEO makes $80 million a year. Shigeru Miyamoto makes like $1 million a year. Shigeru Miyamoto makes $1 million. He's literally the creator of multiple billion-dollar franchises, and he makes $1 million a year. Furukawa makes, I think, $2 million a year. Microsoft CEO makes $80 million a year. And I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer makes as much, if not more, than Miyamoto and Furukawa. So that money that they're charging for other things are going to some of these big top-of-the-line executives making millions upon millions. And there's more. Like, there's other big Microsoft that make 20, 30, 40 million, you know, whatever. So the money's going to some of these guys, you know?
It would make me so mad if I lost my job at Microsoft and look online and saw people blame Nintendo. I would be mad at the people who fired me.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not even about Nintendo versus Microsoft or anything. It's about the people that lost their job. It's about the people that lost their job, and it's about that. What I want to see is that I want to see great games being made by great people. I don't want to see people lose their job because that screws over everybody. Yes, there's tough business decisions to be made and all that, but you have to blame leadership. If you have to make those business decisions, leadership puts you in that spot in the first place. So there needs to be blame that needs to be thrown around. Like, that's a leadership issue. That's like, if you're having layoffs, like this many layoffs as Microsoft has had, that is a 100% leadership issue. And that needs to be said, right? Like, that definitely needs to be said, that that's a leadership thing. Shout out to my man, Justin. Thank you for the multiple donos. Shout out to Cyber T. Thank you for the dono as well. Big love to Bead Queen once again with the huge 150. Bead Queen, I didn't see what music you wanted. So can somebody tell me what music Bead Queen wanted? so I can get that going for her as well. Shout outs, guys. What up, OJ? Heard Nintendo was drought right now. Didn't know Switch 2 only been out for 3.5 weeks. Anybody that says Nintendo's in a drought right now is absolutely insane. That is an insane logic. Unfortunately, leadership is often rewarded for bad performance. I mean, yes and no. But once again, we'll see. She said Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where we belong. All right, I got you. Thank you, David V. Appreciate that. Xenoblade 3, where we belong. All right. So yeah, I mean, remember when, you know, Satoru Iwata, when Nintendo was doing really bad, did he fire people? No, he took a pay cut himself. Ain't nobody taking pay cuts at Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Like, that the CEO of Microsoft could have easily taken a, you know, maybe like a $2 million pay cut or something like that, and could have saved so many more jobs if you would have just taken a pay cut. Them not performing or them not doing as well, that's on Microsoft management. That's on Phil Spencer. That's on Sarah Bond. That's on Aaron Greenberg. That's on the CEO. That's on them, man. That's on them. That's where the blame goes. It doesn't go to anybody else but them. It doesn't go to Nintendo. It doesn't go to Sony. It doesn't go to anybody else but the people that are management, you know, overall. Let's see. She's so yeah, we knew layoffs were coming after the Activision merger, but never cool to lose jobs. Well, the problem, Ares EMS, is that they already had a big round of layoffs after the Activision merger. So that what you're talking about, Ares, is exactly what already happened, and that we were supposed to be past that because they already had, this is like the third round of big layoffs, if I'm not correct. So we've already had that round of layoffs. This is a whole separate thing. This is probably more tied to Game Pass sales eroding in addition to console sales eroding. I think this is more in line with that, not more so than Activision Blizzard. I mean, it could have been, but probably more on the lines of other things. I mean, there could be some part of it, but there were people that I saw on Twitter that said that I got laid off that had nothing to do with Activision Blizzard merger. Literally, they didn't work in that. They didn't even work in the Activision Blizzard side of things. They had nothing to do with it. They were on the other side of other stuff where they were doing other things, and they got laid off. You know, so yeah. Phil Spencer isn't the head of Xbox. It's Sarah Bond. Yeah, Phil Spencer's like the CEO of Xbox, right? But apparently Phil Spencer's going to be stepping down, and Sarah Bond's going to be taking over after the next generation system launches. So, what's up, Elias? Welcome. Let's see here. Squirrel Swirl, what's up? Microsoft wanted to own COD so much that they sacrificed all their other studios and games. They didn't sacrifice all the other studios and games. They still held on to everything. I think the biggest problem, here's the two big issues that I think caused what we're having right now. And I'll say that right after this. Shout out to Justin with another 3.
Do you think Fable will even come?
I don't know at this point. I think it will because Playground Games is pretty competent, but I think it'll still come out. I'm hoping it does. At least they've shown more of Fable than they've shown of Perfect Dark. So yeah, I'm like 60-40, like 60 saying yeah, it's probably still gonna come out. But the two major areas. Thank you, Justin, for the multiple $9 donos, $9 total. So much. Thank you, Cyber Taurus, as well for the Big 10. Jojo, shout outs to Bead Queen. Thank you guys for the support. Real quick, and then I'll get into a shell real quick that we'll do. So I think that the two biggest issues is that Microsoft's biggest heavy hitters for this generation didn't do as well. So we had stuff like, obviously Starfield did not sell systems in Game Pass subs like they thought it would be, and Halo did not turn out to be the system seller they thought it would be. So I think those are the two, like, you can't really not do well on, like, you know, you have to knock it out of the park. Like, if you have Halo, you have Starfield, these are big, expensive games. Like, those have to be pillar system sellers. If you don't have a pillar system seller, you know, that's going to be really tough for you to recover. And I think that's what happened. And then the one year that Microsoft didn't have any games, like no first party games at all, like that just can't happen. Like, you can't have a year where you have 0 first party games. Nintendo was essentially done. The Switch 1 was essentially done, dead and buried. And they still had, games in 2024, you know? Shout outs to Aries EMS. Yo, thank you so much for the big $10, or sorry, 10 gifted members, not dollars, 10 gifted members. Oh my God, yo, thank you so much for the gifted members. Thank you so much. Yo, Aries EMS. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yo, we've been dipping a little low on the members, man. So I appreciate you hitting us up with that 10 member bomb. If anybody wants to become a member, you can. Exclamation mark member in the lowercase in the chat. Here's my shell real quick. Shout outs to Aries, man. I appreciate you. And it gets you, it's only $1. Although he got you a $5 membership, a Jonin tier. So shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Or yeah, Jonin tier. But yeah, exclamation mark member, all lowercase. It helps us out. You can support the stream. Also gets you into our Discord. We're going to be playing Mario Kart. Probably we're going to be playing Mario Kart on Monday. If not Monday, we'll be playing Mario Kart for sure next week. So become a member and join up in Mario Kart. We're going to have other gameplay sessions when other Nintendo multiplayer games come out as well. So look out for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Aries EMS with the big 10 gifted memberships. Yo, man, I appreciate that. Let's go. Big 10 gifted memberships. Let's get 3 on the board. Or sorry, my bad. Oh my God, what was that at? I think that was at 16. Okay, yeah. There we go. 199 already. Yo, let's go. 30-pointer. Appreciate that, man. Shout outs. Also, Hector Valdez, thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate that. Welcome. What's up, Zane? Welcome. What's up, Slate Hood? Shout outs, man. Thank you for helping out, Aries. I appreciate you, fam. If you want some music, let me know. Video game tracks, Beat Queen. If you want something else, let me know. Justin again with another $3 dono.
Don't worry, the Raj Ally Xbox will solve everything, yeah right. I hate what Xbox has became. Xbox used to be my second favorite console. I would always get a Nintendo console and an Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely. No, man, you're good, dude. That's plenty. That is plenty. You did plenty, man. You did plenty. Gaming with June, thank you for the subscription as well. Appreciate that. Let's get the we also have the, what's it called? We also have the platinum 200 on the board. Thank you guys so much for that. Hopefully it works this time. Let me double check, guys. Let me see if Cloud's busting out the Buster Sword today. Let's go. Lemon break. Let's go. We got to get more bonus streams too. I got to find some more time, man, to get you guys some more bonus streams and extra content. So, there you go. Let's see here. Yeah, that sucks. Hi, that sucks. Perfect Dark got canceled. Yeah, man, it sucks. Yo, Cyber Taurus as well with another 10 gifted. Yo, Cyber Taurus and Aries EMS with the gifts today. Yo, shout outs, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the gifts, man. Y'all keeping it up. Let's go. Cyber T and Aries both with the 10 gifted today. Yo, you guys are out here, man. Appreciate y'all. Yo, what's up, Brian Jedi? Yo, big love, man. Seriously. Shout outs to Cyber T. Big homie Cyber T. You get you another 30-piece chicken wings. 30-piece nuggets in the house. Yo, let's go. Thank you for the gifted, man. Thank you guys for the gifted subs. Thank you guys for the love today, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, it helps keep the stream going. Helps us keep the topics flowing. And helps us everything just keep rolling, man. So I appreciate y'all. Seriously. Yo, let's go. Xbox is just hurting themselves, period. They need to just stick to PC gaming because they've been leaning towards digital for a long time. They can't keep sitting on the fence. Something has to give. I mean, I think that they're going to basically create a PC. I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like their next system is going to be. It's going to be a console PC hybrid. Like, and I mean console PC hybrid in the fact that it's going to be able to have multiple storefronts like a PC. So I think that's what's kind of happening right now as well. What's some of your favorite retro consoles? Super Nintendo, GameCube, PS2. Let's see here. Yeah, console PC hybrid. Yeah, console PC hybrid. What's up, Minato Mario? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today? Let's see. So many people are cooking Jez for some reason. They're cooking Jez because he kept on throughout the whole generation sitting there and saying everything's okay and console sales don't matter and Game Pass is the one and all this other. Like, he kept on just saying when literally blind. That's the reason why people keep cooking Jez. He'll write scathing articles about Nintendo and about Power World and stuff like that. But when people get fired, oh, I'm sorry. Like, he won't write anything when it comes to the situation at hand, like that was happening right in front of his face. People would tell him stuff and he just wouldn't listen. Or he'd argue with people on Twitter about, no, I know more than you about this, and then it ended up being wrong. Oh, Microsoft isn't porting games over to PlayStation 5. That's just fanboys. No. They are porting games over to PlayStation 5. like Microsoft is doing the, oh, it doesn't matter. Our Game Pass sales are good. They don't need to have the console. No, console sales do matter. What you? Oh, Game Pass is doing just fine. No, Game Pass is no. It's eroding. Like no. Like what are you talking about? That's why they're cooking. If you want to know why they're cooking Jez, that's why they're cooking Jez. Because he did stuff like that all gen. He be doing stuff like that for Windows Central, man. Like I said, doing that all gen, he be doing that. Like just saying stuff. Like I said, the power thing, he F Nintendo, like he'd be going off. People lose their job. Oh no, not F Micro. Oh, it's fine. Oh well, it just happens. It's like what? Wait, what? Hold up. Like where's all that energy for when a company that's worth $1 trillion, that's worth a market cap of over $1 trillion, that has 80 billion in cash, is letting people go? So I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that's why people are cooking him, because he's been wrong on so many things and acting like there was no problem when clearly there was. Let's see here. Layoffs happen, but it's kind of insane that what's going on with Xbox. They're killing the confidence in their brand. Yeah, I mean at this point, I think it's pretty clear that they've shifted over to make. They're gonna do like a PC. I mean, look at the ROG. Apparently, right, based off the information that we know, Microsoft had a dedicated handheld and they canceled it. Like, I'm pretty sure some of those layoffs were people that were researching that dedicated portable, right? Like they can't. Apparently, once again, you can't say for sure, but apparently they canceled that dedicated handheld. You know, so yeah, like that's the type of stuff that we're talking about here. You know, and now they're doing like they partner with ROG Ally, like they're slapping their name, like they're licensing. It looks like they're going to be a third party and licensing thing. Like yeah, they're going to have their own system, but it's going to be more like a PC, right? And then yeah, they're going to have a portable. Oh, but it's a ROG Ally. You know, yeah, oh yeah, they're gonna have a virtual reality. Oh, but it's a MetaQuest, like it's an Xbox version of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're licensing everything out. You know, they're not actually making, you know, the dedicated like actual proprietary or whatever the case is, right? They're just saying, oh, okay, that's established technology, that's already there. Let's just slap Xbox on the name of it, and then we'll sell it. You know, it's not canceled, just delayed. I'm almost positive that thing's gonna be canceled at this point. You know. So Jez is defending Xbox layoffs. No, he's not defending them, but he downplays it a lot. Like, and like I said, there's misused energy when it comes to certain things that he gets really angry about. Like Power World got him absolutely, like he turned Super Saiyan 10 with the whole Power World Nintendo lawsuit thing, right? He went, but layoffs, which honestly should probably be more angering, because you have a large group of people being affected, that, you know, people that you've interviewed, people that make the games so you can play the games, and it's like those ones he doesn't get anywhere near as mad. So like it's like weird energy transfers. Like, what are you really angry about? Like I said, he'll write scathing articles and talk about how terrible and how Nintendo's the worst company ever. You know what I'm saying? When something that he doesn't like, but you know, thousands of people losing their job for a $1 trillion company. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, oh, man, the energy's not there. The same type of energy is just not quite there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let's see here. I got an Xbox Series X a couple years ago, and it'll be the last Xbox hardware I'll ever buy. No reason to get anything Microsoft now, especially if they have a combo PC. Yeah, I mean, you might want to maybe get the Xbox PC thingy. Cybertoast with the $5 dono.
Part of Phil's statement was the jankiest BS ever. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I said in my video as well. I was like, yo, for those who missed my video, I did make a video on it, but I didn't title it that way because I didn't want weirdo trolls coming through. So I just, you know, talked about Nintendo stuff and then talked about that. But I think that was the biggest segment in there, or one of the biggest segments. And, you know, I talked about how I Liu Kang kick him. Like, I definitely hit him with the, you know, like the bicycle Liu Kang kick. I'm like, I'm hitting him with that if I heard that at the end. You know, you made us who we are, and thank you. Now, please see your way out. Like, please, you'll be escorted out of the premises now, you know? So yeah, man, it sucks, dude. Combo breaks. What's up, Party Man Cartworld? He definitely is saying he definitely isn't saying F Microsoft right now. No, he's not. He's not saying F Microsoft right now, and he's not saying any of that, you know. But once again, it's easy even when Microsoft does things that I don't like I still try to talk about it rationally, like raising the prices or whatever the case is. You talk about it rationally. I don't think I said F anything at this point, you know. I think the only time that I said that was like when Sony directly came after my channel, and I was like, okay, well, F them if they're gonna. But I still, like I said, I still support. Like I still buy their stuff. That has nothing. That was just a certain thing. That doesn't have anything to do like with the developers and stuff like that for the most part. So, so yeah. If I worked at Windows Central, I would be mad at this layoff and cancellation because it would mean less good news to report on for website games. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the whole point. I saw some Xbox, you know, or PC guys saying, oh, well, like I said, like Shokyo made a post, right? Shokyo made a post saying, hey, look, Nintendo, they do things bad too. Like, everybody does things bad. But, like, the fact that, like, we're having these mass layoffs where people's jobs are affected. Like I said, I don't know if any of you guys, some of you guys have been laid off. I'm telling you right now, being laid off is 10 times, is a million times worse than $80 Mario Kart or a Pal World lawsuit. Like, I don't care what, and I'm not trying to say what about is, I'm just saying what people were saying online. I'm just saying what people are saying online. I don't care what anybody tells me. Getting laid off is quite possibly one of the worst things that anybody can experience. It's worse than almost anything that it really is. Like, having mass layoffs, having people uproot their whole life to move to California or to move to Seattle or to move to go work at these companies and then to just be laid off a few years later, right? People moved in from other places to the initiative, to go work at the initiative, to uproot your whole life and then get laid off. And now you don't have, I mean, yeah, you're getting a severance package, but that's going to run out. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. That is the worst feeling. And gamers, a lot of gamers trivialize that because it's so common in the industry. It's so common for people to be laid off. It's like, oh, well, they'll be fine. It's like, no, that can be traumatizing for some people, especially, like I said, if you uproot your whole life to go work for this company. It's terrible, man. It really is. It's the worst thing that, I mean, I can always just not buy a game if I don't like what they're doing. But somebody getting laid off, that's something to where, one, it affects the games that we're even going to play. So we don't even get that game that they were working on because the game was canceled. And two, it makes less for us overall. Like, so it's like I said, it's a double, maybe even triple whammy. Like I said, if you don't like the price, hell, I would take Perfect Dark being $100 normalized if everybody kept their job. If Microsoft said, okay, the game's going to cost $100, so $20 above 80, but everybody keeps their job and the initiative doesn't shut down, I'd be like, okay, I hate that, but I'll take it. I'd rather have the people have their job, you know what I'm saying, and them not lose their job over, you know, instead of a price increase is a price increase. You can always, like I said, wait, or you can always work a little bit extra, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, like, people losing their jobs is, like I said, devastating. And now we don't get to play Perfect Dark at all. Like, you know, we don't get to play that at all. Like I said, if there was I'm not saying if there was an option, if Phil Spencer said, or if the CEO of Microsoft said, hey, look, this project's going wrong. We don't think we're going to make our money back, but we'll keep on doing it. But the price is going to be $100. I'd be like, I'd rather take that than them losing their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, than them losing their job or than them not having a place to work. Like, I will take people doing that. Like, I will take that if it actually saves people's jobs, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like, you've been laid off twice. Severance packages are cool, but only for a little bit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would want people to be able to keep their jobs. I'm not saying that, okay, yeah, I want to normalize $100 games. Obviously, I don't. I'm just saying if there's, like, extra, like, you know, like extra circumstances or like really crazy circumstances, like if I had to pick one option, I wouldn't say, oh, screw it, they lose their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's terrible. I've lost my job before too. I've worked at a contractor. Most of my adult life being laid off and contract ending are scary AF, especially when you got bills and mortgage. Exactly, man. It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. And people online they just trivialize it. They just say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or oh, they happen, or oh, I mean, yes, I get it. But I'm telling you, man, like having 9,000 layoffs, having whole studios shut down, man, this is not good, man. This is, like I said, this is not good. This is not good at all. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. I think some Switch 2 haters are just scraping the bottom of the barrel when they talk about Nintendo getting sued in Brazil. Have you seen Banana Guys that they deserve it? I don't watch Banana Guys videos, and so no, I didn't see it. I don't have to tell you the same thing over and over. I don't watch their videos, Manado Mar. I don't watch their videos. I don't follow their channels, so I don't know why you keep bringing him up. I don't watch him. I don't watch him. I don't look at what he says. I don't look at what they're saying, bro. I don't. So I don't know what to tell you. JCat with the 58 months. Shout outs to JCat, man. Appreciate that. Shout outs. Let's go. Let's see. Hopefully they can find work somewhere else. But yeah, I didn't see it. But I mean, the whole thing with Brazil, I don't know what's going on with the laws there in Brazil and stuff like that, but it's an EULA, and every single company has the same EULA. They can do the same thing, Microsoft and Sony, so they're not going to win.
Square Enix is having a great sale on the eShop right now.
Okay.
Also, nobody cares about Nintendo Switch 2 haters.
Exactly. Literally nobody cares. I'm telling you right now, nobody cares. It's such a vocal minority, it doesn't even matter at this point. So, yeah, nobody cares. Epic Globster getting this pure eye. Thank you so much, Epic Globster. Let's go. Also, Velvet Crow with the Velvet says, OJ just purchased my favorite Xenoblade Chronicles, and now I can enjoy my Switch too. LOL, hugs. Hey, shout outs. Let's go. Shout outs to Epic Globster. Shout outs to Justin with the $3 dono as well, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Justin. And now the devs still working probably have a lot of anxiety. Well, all the devs still working do have anxiety, and I think it does affect things, you know? It really does affect things. Wait, still relatively new, no. No, it's all good, Rob. Don't worry about it, man. That's tough, not stable. I was contracted too. I also overlooked CVs briefly. My last job, rejected. So yeah, it's tough, man. Like I said, I used to, you know, I've been laid off before. I've been fired. I've been laid off. I've had issues as well at work, and it's not fun at all, man. It sucks. So that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's not a Microsoft versus Nintendo or versus this or versus that, but we can't sit here and act like layoffs aren't the most devastating thing, because once again, it's a double, triple whammy. Not only do people lose their jobs, you don't want to see people lose their jobs or see the gaming industry shrink, but then you also get games canceled. So now we get games that Microsoft advertised the system on and people bought the system for. Well, those games are canceled. Oh, and on top of that, we're gonna get less people working on games. So, like I said, it's a double, triple whammy, man. Like, it affects everybody. Like I said, I saw some content creators trying to say that, oh, well, you know, they screw over every other company. They screw over the fans. This is developer. It's like, no, the developers weren't just screwed over. They canceled games. That screws over the fans. So it's like the amount of, like I said, the grift that people are trying to attach to this. And then some people say, oh, well, just buy PC. Just buy PC. It's like, dude, what? It doesn't matter if you just buy PC. Perfect Dark was coming to PC too. The MMO that was canceled was coming to PC. Bethesda makes PC games. Like, it affects everyone. It's not just, there's people that are trying to just shoot this towards Xbox. Bro, Xbox makes PC games too. You're not going to get Perfect Dark on PC either now. Like, people are being so weird. Chrono Rig with the $5 dono says, I think that a lot of this American video game companies are going to feel a lot of this years from now, from now when the kids of today choosing different careers. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely Chrono Rig. I have to 100% agree with that one, man. When they're choosing what career to get into, do you want to be a game developer or do you want to be something else? That's going to be more stable, you know? That's going to be more stable than what this is. So, yeah, I agree. I think that's definitely going to be a thing when people are choosing careers. I mean, we've already seen how I think Kai Cenat might have more influence on kids and what career that they choose than video games do, honestly. And I think, yeah, if I'm not correct, influencer or content creator is like the number one, like what kids want to be the most when they grow up. Not in today's day already. It's not developer. Like when I was growing up, it was like, yeah, I want to create games, you know, like I want to make games. But now it's like, oh, I want to react to games. I don't want to make them. I want to react to them. I want to play them, but I don't want to actually make them, you know? So, but when I was growing up, the things that people wanted to be the most was like, it was like firefighters and policemen, and it was definitely like make games. Games was like part of that. Like, oh, I want to make games. Like that was definitely one of the things. I don't think that's one of the things anymore, you know? So yeah. So I mean, Nintendo said it. Gaming now has become high risk venue, and Western companies are really not helping with that. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely becoming a pretty big problem at this point, for sure. You know. This is more fake news. No one's getting sued yet. The problem is that there's no way for people to dispute bans in Brazil. They want Nintendo to have a presence in Brazil so they can dispute. Oh, okay, yeah, it's all good. And most y'all know, anyways, know massive layoffs is really more of a Western and USA thing. Notice you really see massive layoffs in Japan. Well, yeah, they have some laws against that in Japan. I mean, Japan has other ways of getting rid of people. But yeah, it's obviously not as aggressive as we see here with Microsoft. Let's see here. We ain't gonna have any doctors. We gotta have content creators and YouTubers. We in trouble in 20 years. Well, doctors is a bit different because doctors, stability. There's a lot of stability in being a doctor. So, so there's a lot of stability in pay in being a doctor. And the thing about it is that our health system, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but our health system's so messed up because of how things work. Doctors, people want to be doctors. Like kids still, but the thing is that you got to be a certain intellect to be a doctor. So the highest intellect kids will still become doctors, right? The ones that are the best, like the brightest kids, will still become scientists and doctors. But once again, you just can't become a doctor. Like 99% of people, no matter, even if they tried, can't become a doctor. Once again, you have to have a certain, almost born with it, like a certain mental to be a doctor. Like, especially if you're talking about like, you know, like an ER doctor or something like that. Like, you got to have a certain mental to be that, because you got to study. You got to be able to study. You got to be able to retain information, and you got to be able to lock in. And a lot of people cannot study very well, cannot retain information very well, and cannot lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things are hard for a lot of people to do, you know? So doing that at a high level for a very long time. What does it take, 10 years to be a doctor? 8-10 years to be a doctor? So yeah, that's almost impossible for most people. So once again, you have to have a certain level of intellect. So the kids that have that intellect will, most of the time, will still become, you know, doctors and dentists and things like that. So, let's see here. Shout outs to Justin with the $3 dono.
I wanted to make games, but I got into the merchandising drink business for the wonderful job security.
I got a friend of mine that does the kind of like the same thing as you do, and he's still working there, and he's doing well, man. He's still driving. I still see him. He's still working at that. He's still working, going around delivering waters and sodas and, you know, and all that type of stuff, man. And I asked him, like, yo, James, man, how you feeling, fam? How you feeling? He's like, oh, bro, it's been good. I've known this dude since 3rd grade. I'm like, oh, it's been good, man. It's been good. I'm like, are they treating you right? He's like, man, they treating me great. I'm like, bro, you've been at this job forever. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, but hey, look, man, it's stable. I'm good. Got a house. Everything's good. So yeah, that's true. I mean, everyone's gonna be drinking drinks, so it is what it is, you know. So I'm glad that you have that stability, Justin, for real. Shout outs. Thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate that. Yo, combo breaks. We're going
Even further beyond.
Goku. Nurses, yes, nursing's very good. My family, I got a lot of family in healthcare. My mom's a nurse, so yeah, nursing's very good too. Very stable. My mom's been out of her job for 2 decades, man. 2 decades plus. And my sister, she's also working in healthcare. Very stable. She's been at her job. She's like a super boss. She's been at her job for like almost 15 years, I think now. So yeah. Let's see here. One of the statements from Nintendo in a pre-launch investor meeting was their focus on delivering games that will be sustainable, essentially not overly expensive, etc. is one thing. Yeah, I talked about that in today's video as well. What's up, KO Ken? Shout outs, man. I also think that the main problem is that many Western CEOs don't take responsibility. Yeah, absolutely, they don't. They really don't take responsibility. Don Matrick ran away after the Xbox One flop, whereas Iwata, he cut his salary. Yep. A lot of Western, I mean, they don't want to take responsibility because that makes them look weak, and that makes them look maybe not as good for their next job. So they don't ever want to take responsibility for stuff. A lot of them don't. Some do, but a lot of them don't. Bandai Namco showcase was whack. What did I tell you guys? I know Justin talked about the whole, there was the new My Hero games. My Hero I think it was called All's Justice. And yeah, it's an arena fighter. You know, it's a it looks nice though. The graphics look nice. It's an arena fighter. Xbox, PlayStation, PC for right now. It'll come over to Switch later. Switch 2 later. Sorry, Switch 2 later. Bandai Namco's a little bit behind on their dev kits, but yeah, man, like it's crazy. Another arena fighter. I mean, will I play it? Sure, I'll check it out. I gotta finish My Hero first. I'm almost done, but yeah, I'll check it out. Let's see here. Yeah, another arena fighter. Yes, another arena fighter. Oh man, at least it looks somewhat high quality with the graphics and stuff like that. I mean, I'll give it to them. It does look kind of, you know, looks kind of cool, but yeah, it's an arena fighter. That's why it can absolutely destroy a company as a CEO. You can absolutely destroy a company and get a better CEO gig with a different company and more money. Yep. I think Nintendo shouldn't have acquired Rare a long time ago. I mean, the price that Microsoft was asking for Rare was too high for what they were. They were not worth what Microsoft was offering. Microsoft thought that they were worth that, but they were not worth that. But I guess looking at it now, Sea of Thieves, that made a ton of money. Connected Adventures made a ton of money, so it might have been that. But if they would have been stayed with Nintendo, I don't think they would have made those two games, right? So yeah. Shout out to Deportes Slim with the $5 dono. And he says, only Xbox defended those acquisitions. Anyone with above room temperature IQ saw this coming. Game Pass mismanagement was not economically sustainable. Yeah, Game Pass was not, which people got mad when I said that. Like Game Pass is not sustainable for the long term because it's not. Because it's not sustainable for the long term. Teaching your fans to not actually purchase the games. That's not sustainable for super long term and for stability. And like I said, it does a bad job of selling your system. You need to sell the exclusives. If you want to get more people to buy your system, you have to have killer exclusives that sell the system, not games that are just, oh, there you put them on everywhere, but we have Game Pass, right? Like, so if you have a bunch of multi-platform games, but oh well, you can get it on Game Pass. It's like some people don't care. Like, you got to have exclusives that sell the system, So that experiment did not work in terms of selling the system. It didn't work. Now, in terms of making money, yeah, it works. Like they make money off Game Pass for sure. They make money off Game Pass, but in terms of selling the system, no, it didn't quite do that. Shout outs to Deportes Sling. Thank you for the $5 dono. Let me get into some more of these comments here. It's actually crazy how much these Western executives make compared to their Eastern counterparts, and you don't even see mass layoffs like this in the East. I think if the Western CEOs didn't make as much, maybe we wouldn't see as many layoffs. So yeah. Another arena fighter. Don't even port it. They're gonna port. Bandai Namco's gonna port all of their games. Just they're a little bit behind on dev kits compared to some of the other companies out there. So Bandai Namco, you're gonna see pretty much the slew of Bandai Namco games that haven't been announced for this year, like Digimon and all that. That stuff's all gonna come and be announced at Nintendo Directs and stuff. So that's all coming. Velvet with the $2 and says, "You remember my favorite Xenoblade Chronicles? Your favorite Xenoblade Chronicles? Didn't you say Xenoblade Chronicles 1? Or was that Xenoblade Chronicles 2? I think it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with Pyra, right? That's your favorite? So yeah. Let's see, Hades 1 is the same price on Steam and an eShop. Looking to pick it up. Where do you recommend? If you want to play it anywhere that you want, pick up the Switch version. If you want to play it on your PC, and if you have a portable PC, whatever, you can play it on there. It runs better on a portable PC or your PC, but it runs at 60 most of the time on Switch 1, so it depends. All right, cool. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with Pyra. I knew it. Let's go. I knew it. You want me to? I can play some Xenoblade 2 music. V. I can play some Xenoblade 2 tracks. Thank you so much. Yo, big love, guys. Up to 471 on the member board. Hey, yo. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can get that up to 471. Let's see if we can get that up to 475. I'm going to start having some other things that we're going to do, too, in terms of, like, I got to add some new rewards in for members. Like, we got to definitely play some games more. We're going to start adding in some other things for members as well. Some member-exclusive stuff. So, OJ, will Xbox still be making games? Yeah, Xbox is still making games, yeah. COVID layoffs, game failed to meet expectations. Layoffs, CEO wants more money. Layoffs, game did really well. Still got layoffs. Shaking my head. What's next? Yeah, seriously. How can the next 3D Mario game wow us? How can it wow us? Level design, like always. Level design and concepts. During the Activision acquisition, Sony was against a lot of the During the Activision acquisition, Sony was against, and
valuable
a lot of the ponies were too. Okay, I'm trying to read it too fast. It's small. I came from Sony, but that wasn't why I was against it. I'm against the monopolies. Okay, yeah, I see you. Of all the Xenoblade games are my favorite, but yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Pyra has Mithra points. Okay, yeah, shoutouts. And Cyber Taurus with another 5 gifted. Ayo! Let's go, Cyber Taurus, carrying it right now with the 5 gifted. Ayo, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyber Taurus. Yo, that is 15 total gifts. Cyber Taurus and Ares
valuable
EMS.
items.
Thank you guys for gifting up on the stream, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I appreciate the gifts, guys. Shout out to Cyber Taurus and Aries EMS, both of them chalking in multiple gifts. Hey, yo. Yo, shout outs, guys. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the gifties. Like I said, I got to get some more rewards, though. We got to get some more stuff. I think that's one thing that I'm not doing a great job on. If I'm doing a self-evaluation, is getting you guys more rewards and more things for being members, more like exclusive stuff. I need to start making some exclusive videos. I need to start doing some extra stuff. Maybe Sundays, get you guys an exclusive video for members, and then it'll go live for everybody else in a little bit. So certain aspects. So if you guys like Cyber Taurus, Aries, you know, the guys that are longtime members, if you guys have some ideas, you guys can shoot me ideas on email. You guys can shoot me ideas on Twitter. If you guys have ideas for what else you'd like want me to do, you know, I'm trying to think of some stuff for members outside of, obviously we're going to play games. So yeah, Mario Kart, but like outside of that, if you guys have some ideas, and even if I don't use it, or even if I don't like it, that's okay. Ideas are cool too. So if you want to put an idea in the chat, feel free. Shout outs to Aries, man, and shout outs to Cyber T. Both of them with the 15 gifted. We're at 274.
Even further beyond.
Going even further than beyond. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Movie night on Discord. Ooh, that sounds maybe like how about a what's it called? Not a movie. What do those people do on Discord? Like a react to something that's like streamed, and we can all like maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe something like something like that, like a reaction type of thing. Kevin with the yeah, I can like.
OJ, how are you? Can I get any music from Shinning Tears?
Shinning Tears. What's Shinning Tears? Thank you for the $3 dono. Yeah, like you guys can like reaction to clips and things like that, or like a react, like something like that, man. Where you guys can like submit and like we can all kind of like react to it or watch it together or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Y'all DM me your good ideas. All right, Shining Tears music. All right, let's see what this is. It's a PS2 game, huh? Yeah, it's a PS2. Shining Tears. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin, with the $3 dono. 277. We're going. The Goku. Player, since I don't believe the Perfect Dark game was canceled, there's no way that Perfect Dark game was canceled. It's not true. All lies. All right, hold up real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me Thomas Isaacs, I got something to tell you, brother. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm telling you, fam. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, fam, but it was canceled, fam. Like it was that. I mean, look, just listen, man. It was canceled. It was as much canceled as that guy's chin is massive. Okay, it was canceled. Just pay attention, man. It was canceled. All right, so it is what it is, bro. It's you gotta just learn to deal with it, just like everybody else. But yes, it was definitely canceled. Oh, Shining Force. Okay, I'm playing. There is a game called Shining Tears. So, was it Shining Force or Shining Tears? Did he mean which one did he mean? Because there is a game called Shining Tears. There's a game. Look, I don't know what the heck this is, but there's definitely a game called Shining Tears OST. So I don't know what this is, but there's a game called Shining Tears. So I'm playing the music from Shining Tears. Places, I have a question. Don't believe the Perfect Dark game was canceled. That's not true. All right, you don't gotta believe it then, man. Don't worry. Let me know when it comes out. Let me know when it comes out. So Aries says Perfect Dark seemed to be far along. I hate to see it axed. It wasn't. The gameplay that they showed was fake. It definitely there was issues, and I don't think it really truly ever got like real going, because that gameplay, there was a reporter that I think I forgot from what website, but reported that what he saw was he was told that was not real actual gameplay. And then also another developer that used to work at Platinum Games, JP Kellums, he looked at that gameplay and said, "What is this? This is not an actual game." He looked at it right away, literally, like a developer looked at it and said, that's not real like gameplay. What is this? You know, right away right after that gameplay was shown, he was like, that's not gameplay. You know, like that's like a vertical slice weird type of thing. Like that's not actual gameplay. Too many cuts. The gameplay seemed too polished. It seemed too clean, and there was too many cuts within the actual gameplay. That wasn't like a trailer. It was like a really weird, like what you would show a publisher when you want them to pick up your game. Like, oh, here's like this, here's our concept, here's what we're looking at, and here's the game. And that's what JP was trying to say. Like, that's not something that you would show like as a trailer. So for example, when you first saw the first, you know, trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles, that looked like you saw the cuts, you saw the game, you saw the gameplay. It looked like, okay, that's gonna look like how you play. When you see that, it's gonna look like that. That Perfect Dark game didn't have that. There was way too many unnatural cuts within the gameplay. That just seemed a bit weird. So that's what JP said. That's what I said after I saw it. I'm like, what do you guys think? You know, I didn't want to be too negative, but I think I said that on the Spawncast. I'm like, this looks weird. You know, this looks a little bit weird. You know, so were they far along? I don't know how far along they were. I don't know how far. I think that they had the team and they were trying to set something up, but I don't know if they were actually that far along. You know. I assume something was going on with Perfect Dark when they were there was zero news in the year's showcase. Yeah, exactly. Justin with the $3 dono.
Imperfect dim.
Yeah, exactly. If I can find that tweet that JP put up, I can do that. What was that canceled Xbox drag? Oh, that was called Scalebound. Scalebound. For those who wonder what the big chin guy is, from a very old soccer anime called Akechi no 11. Very old. I don't understand why his chin was so big. Do you know why his chin was so big? For like no reason. This dude's chin was massive. So yeah. Crystal Dynamics was even brought on to assist. I guess they weren't assisting enough. So the idea was dead from day one. What's the point of doing that anyway? What idea was dead? What are you talking about? Whoop, there it is. Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Hey, man, sorry for showing up late. No, you're good, dude. Thank you for coming out. Catching up with the vids. Hopefully your afternoon is good. We'll probably what they did was probably a sneak. A sneak? Cyber Toast with another $5.
Oh dang, my teenager just said she wants to trade in her Xbox Series. Even she is done.
Everyone's done. Yeah, I mean, at this point, man, really, I can't fault people for wanting to trade it in, or I can't fault people for wanting to, you know, I mean, but if you still like, I mean, listen, it's still gonna get a lot of third-party games. It's still gonna get a lot of third-party games. It's still going to, you know, it's still gonna get content, but yeah, I'm not gonna trade mine in. But yeah, man, it's rough, dude. It's rough in these streets. Yo, shout outs, let's go. Ah, Goku, we're going further beyond. 285. Can we get a triple platinum? Very close. 15 away. Let's go. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. Sell it privately instead. Yeah, you can sell it privately. I know one. I think back in April, Microsoft was to do like a promotion, like the 420 promotion. Like they were giving away $420 for Xbox Series X, which is a lot. That might be more than what you can get in a private sale, to be honest. But the Xbox Series X might become a rare system, because I don't think, if you have an Xbox Series X with a disc drive, I recommend keeping it. I recommend keeping that, unless you really, really, really don't want it and don't care. But I think that system in particular could become incredibly rare. So I would say you might want to hold on to that one. You might want to hold on to it. But yeah, that system, not the Series S, but the Series X with a disc drive. Not the one without a disc drive, the one with a disc drive. That system in particular could become very rare. Because I don't think Microsoft's ever going to make another one with a disc drive again. And if you want to play your physical games, I mean, there might be like an add-on that you can buy or something on their next system, like a separate, you know, thing. But if you want one built in, it might go up in price. So I didn't watch the anime, so I don't know. Legends has it that the anime, along with Captain Tsubasa, improved Japan's soccer, the World Cup after 1990s. There you go, gotta get people motivated. Is Sarah Bond in line to be the next head of Xbox? Yes, I think she already is. She's in to be like the next like CEO or whatever of Xbox. So yeah. Who do you think it should be? I don't know. I guess Sarah Bond, but I'm not, dude. I don't know, man. Like, it's hard to actually predict, or it's hard to actually say what's the next step for Microsoft. Real quick though, guys, if you have not hit that like button, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Right now, we're only at we're only at 109 likes or 116 likes. We should be at 200 likes. If we get to 150 likes ASAP, I will do a light review right now of this new Skull and Co grip that I got on this awesome Nintendo Switch 2 system that I have. By the way, I was reviewing it. I was already kind of talking about it earlier. This is nice, man. This is nice. So if you guys want to see a full comparison and review, which I already promised, but I'm just trying to guilt trip you guys into getting me more likes, make sure you guys hit that like button. But I'm telling you, man, I was really happy when this came in. Look at the little divots on there. You see that? Oh, yeah. And it's got, like I said, a clean top. I like that it has a clean top. The actual text on here is really nice. It's got like a locking lever mechanism for the top clip, and it keeps all of your stuff above here open. Some grips don't do that. Some grips actually cover it up. This is the grip that I had before. It covers it up. I don't like this at all. This one, in terms of how it feels, actually might feel maybe a little bit better or pretty much the same, but it's also heavier since it's more material. So right now I've got 3 separate grips. The other grip that I have, that was one that I got before. That one was terrible. But this one is feeling really good right now. This one might be as good as the Satisfy grip, you know? I'm liking it right now. And it docks. It also docks as well, so... But I'm loving the fact that I have access to my power button without having to dig my fingernail in, like the other one. But no, it's very nice, man. It's very nice. I'm enjoying the grip. It doesn't cover the stand. No, yep, and it doesn't cover... This one actually doesn't cover the stand either. You can see like there's a U shape. It actually doesn't cover the stand. But the thing that makes this one better than this one right here is that it actually comes as a built-in tabletop mode. This one does not. So if you try to stand it, it won't stand, even though it does have the kickstand open. But this one has a built-in kind of like stand. You can just set it down and it will stand up. You don't need to use the kickstand, which is pretty cool. You know, that's also really cool. Especially like when I'm editing and like I'm just like proofreading and I'm just like, you know, setting my system down and I just might have like my Pro controller. I think it's cool for that, you know. So yeah. Yeah, it's already out. You can order it on Amazon right now. You can order it on Amazon right now if you want it. But you know, you might want to wait for the Satisfy grip as well. Satisfy, their grips are going out in July, so they make really good grips. They're taking their time, so I'm guessing Satisfy's grip might be the best grip out of all of them, you know. Adrox with the 22 months. Thank you so much, Adrox. I appreciate that. Yeah, they have it comes with adjustable grips as well, like, so it comes with like it comes with, here's the box. It's nice. One of the nicest boxes for real. And it comes with the fake Nintendo Switch. So if you want, you can. It comes like with that's not a real Nintendo Switch, but it has the directions on the back. So it comes with that, and Nintendo Switch 2, I should say. So it comes with that, and it also comes with these different grips in here. So like they have like different textures. I think it's just one backup grip. These are the backup grips, and then it has like a different, like a spiral Toby texture if you like the spiral like oval texture more. So I don't like the oval texture more. I like this texture more. So, but although I haven't really tried it, so maybe I'll try it and then I'll give my final thought on it. No, it's not a sponsorship. I wish it was. Maybe they'll sponsor me after this, but no, it's not a sponsorship. Jeffrey Tucker told me to get that one. Justin with the 3.
I'm still waiting on my grip to come in. Also, I canceled my micro SD Express 1 TB. I'm over it. 512 gigabytes is good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean 512 is good enough. Like if you go over 512, chances are there's a bunch of games that you're not playing anyway that you could just delete those games. So yeah. So you just said I'm over that. You just canceled it. I said I'm over it, man. I'm done. I'm out. Shout out to Justin. We are going
Even further beyond.
Powered up. Let's go. Oh, hold up. I messed up. No, I'm messing up. Got 2. There we go. 288. We are close. 12 away from that triple platinum. Let's go. Perfect Dark canceled. Gore Switch 2. Ha. Gore Switch 2. Oh, man. Are you sure it's not real? Have you tried turning it on? I've tried. It does not work. They even tell you on the box that, hey, look, man, like they even tell you Nintendo Switch 2 not included. Images are for illustrative purposes only. They let you know that the Nintendo Switch 2, it doesn't come with the Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah. Dock friendly, 75-degree stand, ergonomic grips, and secure the joints, baby. Secure the joints. It's actually really nice. It's where are they from? They're from Australia. Yo, good day, Australia. Shout outs to MVG. Australia. Oh my gosh, supporting the good people of Australia. I like that. I like it. Let's see here, bro. I ordered the Lexar 1 terabyte, and when it live on Amazon, literally they canceled it. It had to go on the ONN 512. I was glad I was able to cop because some Walmarts have not had stock. Yeah, shout outs to Justin. He got me the 512, man. So that was pretty good. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Shout outs to Carlos Hernandez as well. And he says, the year I use my Xbox more, this happens. Yeah. What, for those who play Xbox a lot, what were you guys playing? What was the cool stuff that you guys were playing on there? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I you know me, I haven't really been using my Xbox, but yeah. That thing's still sold out. What thing's sold out? Do we know if any other devs are going to finish Perfect Dark? Like what they showed the gameplay looked cool to me. Huddy, there was nothing there, fam. You got you got Huddy, once again, man. I mean, it's just it's not. I gotta do this again, guys. I'm sorry, Huddy, but it's just it is what it is, man. It's just I gotta do this. Like, it's just not. It wasn't actually. It wasn't real, man. Like it wasn't. Yeah, we kind of got bamboozled, man. We gotta do this again, fam. Like it was. We need one with Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond. Somebody needs to make one with the big old chin, Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond. Would put that dude with the wig and make him black. And make him look like Sarah Bond. That's what we need right now, bro. That's what we need. We just need. Because we kind of got schmicks, man. We got schmicks. It's not, bro. It's done. The game's cooked. Nobody's picking it back up. It never really. I don't think the game was ever super like real in the first place. You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, it's not coming back, Huddy. It sucks, bro. It's not coming back. Let me see what let me see if I can find out what JP Kellums had to say on this one. JP Kellums, Perfect Dark. So JP Kellums, let's see here. So I was supposed to look up what JP Kellum said about Perfect Dark, not what everybody said about Perfect Dark. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. And I'm gonna get that dono. Shout out to Shaw X. I'm gonna get that dono in just a bit. Let me do that. Big love to Shaw X with the $5. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Were we? Yeah, man. So yeah. So I'm trying to see what he said here when it comes to Perfect Dark. I can't find his tweet. I can't find his tweet at all when it comes to Perfect Dark. Yeah, I can't find his tweet. Yeah, I can't find his tweet when he talked about Perfect Dark. I can't find it. But he talked about how once it was shown off, he talked about how it doesn't look real and stuff like that. And he's a developer. He worked at Platinum Games, so he worked on Bayonetta and he worked on Scalebound before it was canceled. He worked on a bunch, like, you know, Vanquish and all sorts of cool games. Shaw X, thank you for the $5 dono though, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. 295 on the board. What is going on here, guys? 295 on a Wednesday. On usually a day that we take off. Yo, I appreciate you guys' love and support, man. Let's go. Did I ever play the OG Perfect Dark? Of course I did. Imagine 10 years from now, someone revives it. Huddy gonna come back and in the stream be like, God is good. I know, seriously. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be revived, man. If it is, it's gonna be something completely different. It's not gonna be the same game. You know, kind of like Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is not the same game. You can't sit there and say, oh yeah, they revived Metroid Prime 4. No, they completely scrapped whatever Bandai Namco was making. They completely scrapped that and started fresh and started anew. So I think that it would be something like that. It wouldn't be the difference though with Nintendo is that Nintendo didn't say anything. They knew when to get out. They didn't say anything. They're like, all right, we out. You know, we out. They had been working on that game, I think, since 2014 or 2015. I think maybe 2014 or 2015, or maybe a little bit after that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be honest. But anyway, they're like, all right, let's scrap it, but let's let them know that we restarted development on the game. So yeah. Mario Strikers is not on NSO. Nice, let's go. Yeah, but I played the OG Perfect Dark. It was good. N64 didn't age well. Depends on what games you play. Mario Strikers, I think, is aged. Well, that's a GameCube game, but like Mario Golf on the N64, I think that's aged pretty well. Hey, remember when we all got punked by Watch Dogs? Yeah, I saw that you quote tweeted me, and you said that I thought it was a but Watch Dogs actually came out though. Watch Dogs actually.
Bro, this meme just randomly popped up. I sent it on X.
Okay,
While
guys.
rolling on the floor laughing.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. So, I think Cyber Taurus.
In your DMs, Sir Lol.
I saw yours first, bro. I saw yours first. So I'm Bro, come on, man. You can't be doing this. Yo, Justin, thank you for the 3. And also, yo, Cyber Taurus, Did this man use AI? This man had to use AI. Man, that's not good, fam. That's not good. Yo, why Sarah Bond looking like a black Daria? She looked like Daria, but black. Da 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 da. You're fired, dude. Yeah, why Sarah Bond look like Black Daria though, fam? Sarah Bond Morgendorfer. Dang, bro, Sarah Bond Morgendorfer. Dang, that's crazy. That's wild, bro. I'm tripping out over Sarah Bond looking like Daria. She ain't even looking at the guy. She looking straight at us. She ain't even looking at the dude like, yo, man. Like, she looking straight at us. Phil Spencer, like, hey, man. At least I'm still worth $25 million, you know, at the end of the day. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Discount William Dafoe. Oh, man. Yo, that's actually... My head's hurting. My head's hurting now. Bro, that Black Daria got me... God, that is so funny, man. Yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let me check out this other one. I think we got one more. Justin. Oh, this meme randomly popped up on your Oh, that's because of the what's it called? The Dusk Bloods game? Yeah, From Software. Like, so how they won't make Bloodborne, like a new Bloodborne. Justin said that randomly popped up on his feed today. But no, I mean, shout outs to Justin, shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Thank you guys for supporting the stream today. 3:03 on today's stream on a Wednesday. Wow. Combo breaks. You guys know what time it is. It is time for my man Cloud to take out the Buster Soul. Let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Shout outs. 3:03 on the board. Big love to Cyber Taurus and to Justin. Another thing that I wanted to say, Juice Man Vaughn actually quote tweeted me, was like, yo, we got Watchdog, but I mean, we saw Watch Dogs though. Watch Dogs, it actually came out. This one's not coming out.
I might not be Evan, but I can AI the hell out of an image wall.
Hey, look, we needed something quick and dirty, bro. We needed something quick and dirty. So I appreciate that. We needed something, but I just wasn't ready for Black Daria. I wasn't quite ready for Black Daria, but I mean, you know, I love Daria. That's like one of my favorite MTV shows, if not my favorite show on MTV from back in the day was Daria. So yeah, I'll take it. Yo, shout outs, man. Nintendo saved Bayo, now Bloodborne. Well, there is no Bloodborne 2. You know, there was a Banana 2, then it got saved. So shout outs. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyber Taurus. Another $5 dono coming through. Justin with the 3. Yeah.
At least AI is good for memes.
AI is, if you use it for memes, it's definitely good for memes. It's definitely good for memes, 100%. You what though? I never thought I was fake until you said something. Wait, you never thought what was fake? Oh, the Watch Dogs stuff? The Watch Dogs footage was kind of like not real, or it was kind of like running on a PC that maybe nobody would have, you know? But like at least the game came out, you know what I'm saying? Like at least the game actually came out. The Perfect Dark footage was like, it wasn't like an actual representation of the game in terms of everything. It seemed like it was a vertical slice of what you would show as like initial, like, hey, this is what our direction is. You know, it didn't seem like it was an actual, from the information that's out there, it didn't seem like it was an actual game. Let me give you guys what I'm talking about here. Let me give you guys let me give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second and I'll show you guys what it is. So let me go to here. Perfect. If you look up Perfect Dark. Okay, if you look up Perfect Dark on Twitter, there's this thing that everyone's been saying. Okay, yeah, American Truck Song. A Kotaku reporter said that Perfect Dark sizzle reel at last year's Xbox showcase looked awesome. Someone at the time also told me it was basically fake. This was a joint project with Crystal Dynamics, a studio that's also struggling with Tomb Raider. So, yeah, essentially that's what somebody told him that it was fake. I don't know who it was, but I had seen multiple people say that that's not necessarily real. Like I said, even a developer with JP, you know. So yeah, shouts to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono, man. We are going
even further beyond.
The Goku Super Saiyan 3 rumors. Yeah, I mean, but then again, I mean, it looks like it was true though. Like if that gameplay was supposed to be all what it was cracked up to be, if that was actually there and like, oh my gosh, that looks so good, they wouldn't have canceled the game. They canceled the game because there was something drastically wrong. It was nowhere near being done. You know what I'm saying? Like people were saying, oh my gosh, it looks finished. Oh my gosh, it looks so. No, they wouldn't have canceled the game. If everything was going fine, they wouldn't have canceled it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more in the line of being accurate than it not being, considering they just showed us that last year. If you were confident in the game and everything was good, you would not cancel the game because that's too much money that you just wasted. And then you shut down the whole studio. Then clearly you have no confidence in the studio. You have no confidence in the studio and the game's not ready to go anytime soon. You see it as a lost cause.
Nintendo JP just released an 8-minute overview trailer for Donkey Kong. I'm going to skip it. I'm already sold.
Well, yeah, we should wait for the Western. I'll probably react to the Western one, not the Japanese one, because I want to know what they're saying. But yeah, it's probably just going to be rounding out the same info from the Direct. So I don't think it's really going to be anything too different overall. Shout out to Justin. We're going further. And the combo break. Do we even know what these companies do and why? Yeah, it's about money. Yes, we do. I mean, it's usually the most easiest thing that you can think of. It's about money. The reason why they shut down the initiative and the reason why they canceled Perfect Dark is because the game wasn't going to make the money anytime soon. Yes, it's because it's about money. You don't do that unless it's about money. They didn't think that the game was going to be done anytime soon. The game was not going well, and the game was not going to be ready anytime soon for them to capitalize on their investment. So yes, we do know why. Yes, it's usually because of money. It's almost always because of money, 99.9% of the time. Sometimes it can be because people have ego checks and certain things like that, but most of the time when a studio gets shut down, it's because of money. Like, if a studio is doing really good and they're making a ton of money, the chances of them getting shutting down is like almost zero. I mean, it can still happen, but it's almost zero. Companies money pretty much it's really, and that's the problem. Like, a lot of gaming fans, not to hate Joseph, but a lot of you guys think that there's some type of psychoanalysis and super black flag ninja secret scroll arts, the reasons why companies. It's like, no, it's because of money. It's like it's like oh my god, look at these. It's like, not to, oh my god, these game cards, key cards, they're doing something, they're trying to shadow. It's like, no, because of money, because the cartridges are too expensive. It's like, no. Nothing to do with it. It's because of money. That's it. Because they don't want to pay for the cartridge. That's it. There ain't nothing more. That's it. It's too expensive. There's nothing else to it, man. That's it. A lot of times people try to MacGyver everything. Like, there's no MacGyver to a lot of stuff. It's just like, oh, because of money. That's it. It really is, man. And I know, I get it. The game industry is complex, but sometimes things are just very simple on why something's the way that it is. You know, it's just sometimes it's very simple. Sometimes it's not, and I'll explain the times. Like tariffs, that's different. But like a lot of decisions, usually just because of money. They don't want to pay for it.
Also, more leaks are starting to come out about Digimon coming to Switch 2. A listing has appeared in the Ian database.
Yeah, like I was saying, Bandai Namco is just behind. I don't know if they got their dev kits, all their studios and all their subsidiaries that work with them got their dev kits at the same time as other people. But a lot of Bandai Namco's, like I said, subsidiaries that they work with to make their games did not have the dev kits. So that's the reason why there's some of the games are a little bit off in terms of Bandai Namco, but they're coming. All the Bandai Namco games that have been announced, Code Vein, all these games, they're all coming to Switch too. Like, so it's just gonna be a little. It's unfortunate that it's just not day and date, you know. But heck, even games that were announced with the Switch 2, like Borderlands 4, for example, that's not even coming day and date, and they've had a dev kit for a hot minute, you know. We know that Gearbox is developing it in-house. They've had a dev kit, and that's not even day and date with the other versions. So yeah. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono. You think Bandai Namco would get the dev kits earlier after claiming they messed up after Switch? Well, Bandai Namco, they're a publisher, but they don't own all the developers that they work with. So you have to remember that, like, Nintendo might not trust all of Bandai Namco's external developers they work with. Bandai Namco's a huge publisher, but in terms of actual development teams that they have under their wing, it's not like they have a bunch of teams that are working, you know, that they own. They do a lot of outsourcing and subsidiary work, like, or outside work with other developers and other studios. Like, they don't actually own everything. They do a lot of licensing. Bandai Namco is not like, oh my god, we got 5 bazillion developers everywhere. They're not. They do a lot of contracting with other developers to make their games and stuff like that. And they do a lot of licensing as well. So yeah, I think Nintendo's definitely not comfortable. I mean, yeah, they'll give, like, if a Smash Brothers team is making it, or if they're making a game for Nintendo specifically, yeah, that team will get it. But a lot of the outside teams that are making some of these anime games and all that, no, I don't think Nintendo's gonna be like, all right, yeah, they get all that. I don't think so with that. So, Crispy Tofu with the $1 dono. I think it was Crispy Tofu. And he says, "Hey OJ, do you think Xbox will double down on Game Pass, or do you think they'll be maybe rethinking the strategy?" No, they're doubling down on third party. That's what they're doubling down on, and they're gonna double down on third party. That's it. That's what it comes down to.
Items.
So yeah. So yes, they're gonna double down on selling their games and also Game Pass. They're gonna double down on that, on third party development. That's what they're gonna double down on. But they're not gonna rethink the strategy. No, the strategy is Game Pass, and the strategy is sell games. Sell games on Nintendo eventually, sell games on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, then also sell Game Pass as well for the value. But then also probably raise the price of Game Pass as well too. So, Unk EL with the gifted membership. Thank you so much, yo, Unk EL. Thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate that. Let's go. Big love with the gift. Giftedy gift. 320. We are going even.
Even further beyond.
Let's go, man. 40. Fohundo piece tonight? I don't know. Possible. Let's see. I would also say if the game was vaporware, they might have gotten what they got. Well, vaporware, or was it like vaporous-ware. There was like some substance to it. Wasn't quite completely vapor. Fume-ware? Thick solid-ware? I don't know. Muggy-ware? I'm not sure. It was maybe a bit more than vapor. A bit more than vapor, maybe. Saw someone gifted me a sub, paying it forward. Hey, yo, shout-outs. Shout-outs. Thank you so much, yo, Unk. Hey, man, get gifted a sub, gift a sub. I like that. Yo, let's go, man. Appreciate that. We're at 479, so close to the 500 goal. Let's go. Phantom wear. Phantom seems a bit more slippery than even vapor, right? Or almost the same. Phantom. It's like a slight thing, maybe didn't quite happen, but maybe it did, you know? You missed it. So that might even be worse than vaporware. You can see vapor, can't you? Can you see a phantom? You might be able to see a phantom. I'm not sure. I need to study my properties with airborne things. Shout outs though, man. Let's see, Super Mario Strikers on NSO. Yeah, we know. It's I think DJ King told us that. So yeah, we're aware. So that's good stuff. There's rumors that Xbox Kojima game is OD is canceled. At least Microsoft, unconfirmed, of course. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's canceled too. I think Microsoft might be scaling things back just a little bit and doubling down on what's important to them. So yeah, that could also be a thing as well. That could also be a thing as well, man. It really could. So I want to let you guys know about something that I said 4 years ago about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Check this out. Nintendo Life put out or talked about a rumor, which I did cover this rumor as well back in 2021. But there was a rumor that next Donkey Kong is being developed by the Super Mario Odyssey team. Super Mario Odyssey team, right on cue, the Donkey Kong dono. Let's go. DK. Rumor the next Donkey Kong is being developed by the Super Mario Odyssey team. Monkey business. So then I put up this right here. Check out this tweet, guys. This was spot on. This is what I said on Twitter 4 years ago, May 12th, 2021. I said, I think Tropical Freeze was pretty much 2D perfection. So if this is true, a 3D 3D DK game made by the Odyssey team would be hype. The graphics would probably be amazing and would be packed full of new ideas considering we only have one real DK game.
Jungle Hijinks from Mario Kart World.
Absolutely. Jungle Hijinks from Mario Kart World. I got you, man. But let me read that last segment real quick. Thank you, Justin, with the $3. Thank you, Crispy Tofu, with the $1. But yeah, the graphics would probably be amazing, and it would be packed full of new ideas, considering we only have one real 3D DK game. Yo, spot on, baby. Spot on. Let's go. Loud spot on. What? Yes, sir. Going for the 4? We out here. Okay, shout outs to my man Justin. Thank you for the $3, and thank you, Crispy Tofu. Thank you for the $1 dono. Appreciate that, man. Mario Kart World, Jungle Hijinks. All right. Shout outs, man. Let's go. I have the vision, baby. The vision is there. Let's get the vision up to 324, adding in the extra combos. Let's go. Jungle Hijinks for my man DK in the house. Doop doop. So what you're saying is you called it. I did call it. You think I actually called them doing 2D and 3D. I said I think they can do both. It can be a 2D game and 3D game because people were trying to say we don't know if it's 2D, we don't know if it's 3D. I'm like, why can't it be both? They can do 3D segments and they can do 2D segments. Mario Galaxy is just like that. So yeah, Mario Odyssey is like that where there's 2D segments and 3D segments. So yeah, they can do both. 3D Donkey Kong game confirmed. Can't wait to see. Can't wait. Looking forward to the release date. The release date is July 17th for Donkey Kong Bonanza. So Rob, are you joking with that one? Are you not aware? So yeah, we've got a release date for Donkey Kong Bonanza. We got a 3D Donkey Kong game. It's called Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think I think that was a joke. I think that was a joke. I think you're kind of playing along like with the whole article. Let's go. Shout outs, Rob. Okay, yeah, he says, okay, I didn't read the next thing. You said maybe Pauline's in it. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely 100% playing around. Okay, yeah, that was good. I'm starting to think Game Pass wasn't such a good idea. I don't feel so good. Let me ask you guys a question. Was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild a good idea? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat. Was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild a good idea? Was it a good idea? That's what we need to know. We need to know if Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was a good idea. If it was a good idea, And then let me know if you have the game physical or digital. You have the game physical or digital. Let me know. Yes, yes. Hey, what's up? What's up, Matt? Welcome. Yes. 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 It's funny. Microsoft could become the most profitable without hardware and going fully third party while making xCloud and Game Pass into one Xbox app. My opinion, game sales can make a lot of money. A lot, yeah. That's something that they're probably going to look into doing. All right. Both physical and digital. I need a digital copy of Breath of the Wild. I should have picked one up on like the sales. I really need a digital copy because I legitimately don't feel like putting in a freaking cartridge. I have a physical and digital copy of Tears of the Kingdom, but not Breath of the Wild, which is, I don't know why I don't have a digital copy. I should have a digital copy. Marv Albert, yes. Rare in trouble. Open your wallets. Open your wallet, Nintendo. Nintendo's not buying Rare. That's insane. Microsoft. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get much for them, to be honest. And there's no need to buy them. Microsoft, Nintendo, like all the people that made all the cool stuff for Rare when they were at Nintendo, they're all gone. Like they're all gone. The people that actually made the stuff, like made Banjo Kazooie, people that made, you know, Perfect Dark, and people that made GoldenEye, they're not even at the company anymore. It's not the same company. It's pretty much almost completely new people. And even one of their longest tenured guys, one of the guys that's been there since 1990, he retired, or he resigned as well. So it's like, so it's not even, people aren't even, like, they don't even have the same people there anymore. So yeah. That's just weird. What you don't have Breath of the Wild physically? No, I don't have it digitally. I have it physical. It's right here. I don't have it digital. I want a digital copy, so I don't have to freaking pull out this cartridge every time that I want to play it. So I need a digital copy. Just needed traditional dungeons to be a perfect game. I don't know, man. I think that if they had traditional dungeons, then you wouldn't want to explore people wouldn't explore the actual outside world as much. So I don't know. I don't know if the flow of the game is as good, because then you start having to program for that and then not the actual open world, or the game becomes so massive to the point to where, I don't know, it takes away the focus from the open world. So I don't know, but we'll see with the next game. I think that if you're going to do traditional dungeons, you're going to have to make the open world nowhere near as big, because that's just too much at that point. It takes away the focus from exploring the open world. OJ being converted to a digital only slowly but surely. Well, both. I'll buy the games. I'll get the games digital when I can. But if I don't get a review code from a developer, then I'll probably buy the game physical, and then complain, and then buy the game digitally later down the line or something. What's Game Pass? $240 a year. It is. Yeah, that's like 3.5 full game prices. I buy more games than that, including subscription services yearly. That's why Xbox is dying. Well, that's the whole point, Sweet Tea, is that, like, the problem is that, like, yeah, that's great. You get all that value for the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot of value overall for Game Pass. You do. You really get a lot of value. But the problem is that, like, if you want to buy other games that are not on Game Pass, it's like you're stacking on stacking on stack. It's like you're stack on stack on stack. I'm paying for the subscription every single year. You get like an attachment to it, because if you stop paying, then all of a sudden you don't get all those games, you know, but then you still want to buy other games, maybe on PlayStation or Nintendo or PC. So then it just becomes like, it's just too much. It becomes overwhelming, you know, at the end of the day. So Justin with another 3. Ayo.
Can I get Athletic BGM?
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 3 from Mario Kart World.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And also Bead Queen, if you want something in Justin, if you want, or not, sorry, not Justin, Cyber Tours, if you want something, let me know, guys. Bead Queen, if you put music and I didn't, please let a mod know, Bead Queen, so they can tell me what music you put, because I know you only asked for one track, or I think you only asked for one, but you can get more for that. You just don't know you did it earlier. Also, Cyber T, you too as well, man. Or Aries, if you guys want some tracks, people that drop donos, let me know, or gifted memberships, let me know. All right, let's see here. Next up is Mario Kart World. What's up, Dawson? Shout outs, man. Mario Kart World, Super Mario Bros. 3 Athletic. That's a good track, actually. Can you drop me some Metaphor music when you get the chance? Yes, I can. I'll get Metaphor next. Metaphor music. What's up, J2 Blue? You were behind. Hey, it's all good. Just downloaded Zelda Notes app. Honestly, it's quite fun finding the last shrines I missed in the Sage and Sage's Wills. Yeah, it actually is really cool. Absolutely. Persona 4 music. I get the Persona 4 music after Metaphor. Absolutely. Hi, OJ. I went to Kroger. The manager told me they got 100 Switch 2s. Second shipment sold in 6 hours. Gone. Don't know for the third shipment. Yeah, I actually, the Target, I don't know how many they got, but I was checking the Target stock. They sold out of the 450 one, but they actually had the Switch 2 or the Mario Kart one. They had like 6 of them. And then I looked through like the rest of the day. Like, I think it was when I was streaming yesterday. They had like 2 or 3 of them left. And I think the last time that I checked, they had like 1 left. So they're selling through the stock, you know, but I don't know how much they had. Like, I'm not sure how much they had at my Target over here. Let me check to see if they still have it, or did they sell out of that one? I'm hoping, like, this is what you want to see, man. You want to see regular stock coming in, and then you don't want it to just be gone instantly. You want it to be boom, 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 sell through. Then you know the reason why you don't want it to be gone instantly? Because you want it to go through the week and maybe 2 weeks. You want it to sell through, and then the other stock comes in, so it's like a continuous flow. That's what you want. You don't want it to where every single time it comes in, it's just gone in 2 seconds. You want it to where it's a consistent flow of stock so people can be able to pick it up. So that's how you know that Nintendo's actually supplying a lot of systems. Like, they're supplying enough to the fact to where, you know, people can consistently pick it up, you know. But it's, yeah, I looked at this one here. It's out of stock, but no, they still have, they have limited stock, but you have to go in store. Not eligible for pickup in store. Oh, no, it just says limited stock. Oh, well, no, what is this? Pickup. They have delivery, but you've got to order it online. They don't have pickup. There's no more in stores, but you can order it on Target, and like they'll send it to you at some point. Like, I guess they're saying like they're getting ready for their next shipment. So yeah, so it's selling through. So to me, here's what that tells me, man. That tells me that it's more than just like people say, oh, the hardcore base. It's more. You've got people that are saying like we're getting to the second, and maybe I wouldn't quite say the second level, but I think we're breaking into that first starts of the next level of fans. Not the people that are, oh my gosh, I love Nintendo, I play so much, but people just like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. I have a Switch 1, I'll check it out. Like, I think we're starting to get into that territory, especially if we've already crossed, you know, or if they've already sold 3 million, or no, sorry, 5 million, 5.5. I think we're getting into that. Okay, it's the people that, you know, maybe were skeptical. They have a Switch 1 and they're like, okay, yeah, I'll try it out. Or, okay, Donkey Kong Bonanza got me. So we're kind of getting into that territory. That's what you want to see, man. You want to see that. So that's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Says no stock. Yeah, it depends on where you live. You're going to have, some places are going to have like actual good stock. Some places are not. So it just depends. Let's see here, bro. Kroger is selling Switch 2s. It's a grocery store. Yeah, it's a grocery store, but they've got electronics too, right? So there are 150 million Switch 1 owners that want to upgrade. Nintendo has to sell as many as they can produce. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's 150 million people that want to upgrade, that want to. Some might be okay with that, but in terms of active users, I think Nintendo has around like 120 active users, and there are people that own multiple Switches. So, but I would say Nintendo probably realistically has about a base of 100 million people or so, about 100 million or so, that they can sell this Switch 2 system to, like, eventually over the next, you know, 5 years or something like that, you know. So I think that would be good if they can get 100 million people to buy the system in the next 5 years. That will be a good solid generation, you know. So yeah. Let's see. Dior says Ares EMS wanted Persona music. Yes. Cyber Taurus was before Ares, so we're getting the Metaphor music, and then we're gonna get Persona 4 music right after this. Thank you, Dior. But yes, it's coming. Should I keep my OLED or sell it? Some people think you should keep it because the OLED display, if you like the screen more. But it's up to you, you know. But if you don't see yourself going back to it, then, you know, you can sell it if you need the cash to, like, get a Switch 2 or something. Or if you already have, do you already have a Switch 2? My Best Buy got Switch 2 restocks yesterday. Still has plenty of the base system, the bundle. Glad to see it's easy to find if you want it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's definitely good to get it. We'll see how much is left though throughout the week though. Now that it actually has stock, because like my Best Buy also got stock, and I'm like, oh cool, they got stock, and then by the next day or so, it was gone. So it usually goes kind of quick. So but it's good that they have it in stock and ready to go. So if people want to go in there and pick it up, that's what you want to see. You know, the bigger markets, they're gonna go through them faster. Los Angeles, Central California, Northern California, obviously New York, you know, certain places, they're going to go through them quicker. Obviously other places, a bit more remote places, not as much, you know. But that's kind of how it always is. California is responsible for an insane amount of the video game sales. Like if you broke up, like, okay, how many people are actually buying video games? Like, obviously it's spread out, but man, a bulk of it is in California. Like a nice chunk is people in California. So yeah. Has Metaphor been announced for Switch 2 yet? No. If it was, you would trust me. You would know, because I would have talked about it multiple times. There, you would have definitely known. We would have had it on stream. You're here all the time. So if Metaphor was already confirmed or announced, you would have definitely known the Great Wall. Trust me. Trust me on that one. You copying WWE for Switch? No. I talked about that in my video. No, I'm probably not. I'm not a big WWE fan at all. So yeah. Alright. Shout outs to Justin with the $3 dono.
Because GameCube games are bigger, do you think Nintendo will ever let you choose which games you want installed on the app?
Which games you want installed on the app instead of having like all of them? No, because it's a service, so they're going to have all of them displayed. So I don't think they'll ever let you choose, no. Not that I can think of. But yeah, we'll see though. We will definitely see. No, trust me, guys. Like, if Persona 3, if any of the big RPGs were already announced, like, bro, you would know. You would know at this point. Since you're here all the time anyway, you know, you would know. Let's see, for all the people complaining about Switch 2 screen, Best Buy has a 48-inch LG OLED for $550 right now. I think a lot of people complaining about the screen. I've seen a lot of people complain about the screen. They don't even have the screen. Like, they don't even have the system at all. They're just complaining because they're complaining. I have the system, and I'm not saying that the screen issue is not a thing, but at the same time, like, when you buy a Switch 2, part of it is playing portable. Like, yeah, sure, you can buy a TV, but that's not the point. The point is, like, you want to have the ability to play the game anywhere. So if there's issues with the screen, that's going to be a problem, even if you have an LG. I got an LG too. I got an MSI and an LG. That doesn't excuse or say that there shouldn't be, if there's issues with the screen, it shouldn't be fixed, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of the Switch, is to have the ability to play portable and on the home console. Also, the Switch screen has something, or playing portable has something that the TVs don't, the VRR. It also has that too. So yeah, you definitely want this, you want everything to be good. But I've played on the Switch 2 screen. I play on it all the time. I don't see the ghosting or blurring. I don't see the issue. I don't have a problem with the response timing. It feels responsive to me. So like I said, I'm not saying that it's not there. I've tried. I've really tried, but I haven't tried like with the 2D, like Sonic, you know, or something like that. But I've tried with other games where people say it's there, and you know, I don't see it. So yeah. I play a lot of docked, but I see myself playing Switch 2 a lot more portable. Yeah, I mean, the screen being bigger is definitely good for portable play. You just need a grip. That's all it says. You just need a grip. If you get a grip, then Switch 2 is like perfect for portable play. OJ, you don't like WWE? You don't like Hulk Hogan, brother? No. Already 6 hours into Rune Factory, didn't even realize it. It's a great chill game. Thanks for showing it off the other night. Hey, no problem. I should probably play the game some more, man. I probably should have played it some more. A lot of you guys probably would have liked Rune Factory to play, like, coinciding with Mario Kart. But yeah, it's a really chill game. Like I said, it's a cool game. It's got some flaws. It's got some flaws here and there. Performance, not the best at sometimes, but it's not bad performance. It targets 60. You know, you got a lot of different characters to use. They got some cool, you know, life simulation stuff. Got some fun farming stuff. It's a good game. I like it. I'm 55 hours in, and I just got to one place. I don't want to spoil it, so I just got to one place. So 55 hours in, I'm enjoying my time with the game. It's good. I played in portable mode. I need different grip now. I'm not trusting the one that yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what Cyber Taurus sent me. So you guys know about the whole situation that's going on with the D-brand, grips, or the D-brand skins or whatever. Apparently those are like making it disconnect from the, like, the magnets don't connect anymore. So Cyber Taurus actually talked about that with me earlier. And he said, this is what he said. He said the D-brand case and dock adapter came in, and he noticed the issue right away, that there's about 1 millimeter of added thickness to the Joy-Con controllers when the grips are on, which prevent them from fully seating into the tablet unless you give them an extra push. So you have to give them a little bit of an extra push. If you don't do that, then there's an issue. Also, the mouse mode clips don't seat properly either. When attached, the top locking clip doesn't fully engage and they can pop right off. I'm sure this info's floating around already. I didn't see that yet, but I wanted to call it out as a heads up since you got it. The grips feel amazing, but not at the risk of a $450 console falling out. So yeah, like the grips do feel like, I can see that the grips are good and ergonomic. Like I bet those D brand grips are really nice, but yeah, the problem is like it could just disconnect, you know. Might be crazy, but the layoffs could be a good and bad. Trying to keep myself positive. The layoffs are definitely not good. There's nothing that's good about the layoffs here. Isn't D brand in the middle of a lawsuit with Nintendo? No, that's Genki that you're thinking about. I ordered the D brand case and it was supposed to come today, but I think it's coming tomorrow. Yeah, just be careful. Literally 1 millimeter would have fixed that. Yeah, like the thing that I like about this case here, like I think that the less is always more when it comes to like grips or a case. This is such a small, you know, thing. It has like such a small tiny little thing, and it clips on top of it. It doesn't clip like around it, it clips like to the back of it, so it makes it to where you're not going to have those issues at all. And you can still access everything that you need to access, you know. This little system's incredible though, man. It really is and I'm really liking the fact that I can turn this thing off so much easier, because for the last couple weeks or so I've had this case on here. For those who don't know, I have multiple grips. I've had this one on here, and while it's pretty good, like the problem is at the top of this. It's so thick. See like the thickness at the top? Oh, hold on, let me show you. See how thick that is at the top? So since it's so thick, it makes it to where you have to kind of like dig your nail in order to to turn off your system, and I hate that. I hate doing that, or even to press the plus and my like the audio, the volume control. So that's one thing that I don't like at all. These ones, this skull, what is it? Savage Raven or whatever. This one's so much better in terms of it. So yeah. There we go. Do you think Nintendo will increase game prices? They already increased game prices, so I mean, no, they already increased Mario Kart to 80, so I don't see them increasing it again. Yeah, the yo, what up, JD Coffee? Shout outs, man. I didn't know you're here. What's good, fam? Yeah, the Savage Raven one is really good, dude. It really is. Make sure you guys check out JD Coffee. Go subscribe to his channel. We're gonna do something at some point. We'll figure it out. So make sure you guys subscribe to JD Coffee. Go subscribe to his channel right now. Right now.
Just a heads up, there's widescreen in Mario Strikers. Also, D-Brand has responded to the problem, but they just blamed the customers, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think that they actually apologized after blaming the customer. So I think that they actually did apologize for that. So yeah, that's a thing. Like, they did apologize, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. So what can you say? What can you say? There's JD Coffee's YouTube channel. You guys go subscribe to him, man. Friend of the channel. Let me see if do I have any more music that I have to play? I think I played Persona 4. So I think we're good on music. Unless Beat Queen wants another track, let me know. We could do that. Still eating for third-party mouse grip accessory. Still waiting. I think you meant waiting. Blame customers. Yes, blame customers. Yeah, D-Brand, while I like their product, their PR can be edgy and savage at times. Yeah, I've heard about them before. So I didn't really take too much of it, but it seemed like they were pretty salty about the whole situation with the whole thing. But they apologized, you know. So yeah, man. The next Zelda's gonna cost 120 because Nintendo's hella anti-consumer. I'll buy 2 copies. Yeah, I think the next Zelda game, the next major Zelda is gonna be $80. Like, I think all of Nintendo's biggest, baddest games are gonna be 80, but I don't know. We got a Donkey Kong game made by the Mario Odyssey team that seems pretty expansive, and that's not 80. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. We'll see. What are the software sales year over year in relation to the layoffs? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about that, Omar. You'd have to check their financial reports for that type of stuff. Do you think Microsoft will come to the day they might lose their business because all these new layoffs are concerning? lose their business? No, Microsoft's worth $3 trillion plus, so no. Bro, the next Zelda, Anuma-san been cooking. The next Zelda game is going to be absolutely a spectacle. I see it being smaller in scale compared to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but being more dense and actually having dungeons, but just really, it's going to be like Twilight. I think it's going to be like Twilight Princess. The thought process is going to be more like Twilight Princess, but make that more innovative than Twilight Princess. So it's going to be more of a dense map, not so big, the Hyrule field. That way you can save on development time too, but then make the dungeons more dense and kind of make it more like that. So, but then also put in some other cool, interesting things like that are kind of like from Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. You know, you can probably be able to tackle dungeons in what order you want. You know, but make it a bit more linear in terms of the structure. So that's what I'm guessing they're going to do, because if you do that, you can save money. You don't have to make this massive game with the graphics you're going to make. You can make the game smaller and more dense. So I think they're going to do it. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to make cool ideas. They're going to make different things, different types of gameplay, but kind of like a Twilight Princess type of situation. I think they're going to change the art style too. I think it's not going to be the cel-shaded style art style. I think it's going to be more of a different style of art. But once again, I am just speculating. All of this could be completely wrong, you know? All this could be completely, and probably is completely wrong, but we'll see. Ocarina of Time remake would be good practice for that kind of game. Practice, man, with the amount of time it takes to make games, I don't think it'd be a practice type of thing. It would be like, hey, you have to have the next Zelda game ready to, like, you know, in development. Because if you take Ocarina of Time and start doing that, right? You started doing Ocarina of Time right after Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, Ocarina of Time is going to take a while to remake that game. So then now you're delaying the next game even further out. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but we'll see. I mean, there's always a chance for Ocarina of Time, you know, remake, but I just don't know if they're going to spend the time and resources to completely remake that game and make it like a big spectacle type of game. If anything, take the 3DS game and remaster that game and put it out. You know, that's what I think, that they might do something like that, like remaster the 3DS game, but, you know, making it like actual like modern graphics and doing that with Ocarina of Time, that would have to be like the next big Zelda game. Like, otherwise the next big Zelda game's not coming out till well after that, unless they got a different studio to make that game. Unless they got, you know, if it wasn't Aonuma, if it wasn't his team, maybe it was an outside team to remake Ocarina of Time. You know, maybe they can do that. So that's always a possibility as well. All right, take it easy, Aries EMS. Thanks for coming out to the stream. A new art style could be crispy. Switch 2 could definitely handle a beefy game. Yeah, I mean, I just need to try and do something a little bit different, but we'll see for sure. Reporter with the $2 says practice. We talk about practice? AI. Practice game. Hey, what's up, Sidious? Welcome to the stream, fam. How you doing today? 335. Yo, combo breaks. Yo, put your hands in the air and wave them around like you just don't care, Deported. Sicilian, I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Take it easy to Aries EMS, man. Thank you for the multiple gifted subs today, bro. I appreciate that. Between all the Elite Ninja here, 30 new gifted subs. I had someone get mad at me on Twitter, so they told me that they canceled their subscription today. They're like, I'm canceling it because you know, you're whatever, you're a fanboy, you're this. He went off on me because we were having a discussion about Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo and what company's the worst. I said they're all equally as bad. That's what I said, and he's like, no, Nintendo's the worst. They're a notch above, and here's all the reasons why. And I'm like, yeah, you're just mad about prices. Like, Microsoft literally, like, firing people and canceling games and charging higher prices, you know? Like, they're all they're all bad. Like, I wasn't even trying to say, like, Microsoft is like, oh, like, Nintendo's, like, way better than them. I was just like, oh, no, they're all bad. And he's like, no, they're not all bad. Nintendo's worse. I'm like, all right, man. So anytime I bring up, like, their prices are high for Sony or whatever, or they're just as high and all that, well, that tech's better. They have way better tech. They have sales and deals. Like, their technology's better, so they can charge that. I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. Sony charges $200 for you to stream a game. If you want to play your PS5, like, you can do the Portal. A PS Portal's $200, the same price as a Switch Lite. Their PSN's like $170 for their best one, or $99 just to play online. What do you think? They all charge. They all raise prices. They all have these things that everybody does not like. Like, there's not one's not, oh my god, 10 times a notch above or way worse. They're all bad. They all have things, bro. Like, that's all I said. He got upset at that. He got upset when I said he was salty over it. So that's a Super Christian Bonanza. with the 57 months, man. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. I always have somebody get mad at me on Twitter. I'll be honest, because I talk too much on there. So, yeah. Let's see. I keep seeing the statements from one company. It's worse. So that's the Super Christian Bonanza, though, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 57 months, man. You've been here for a hot minute, bro. By the way, recently I'm enjoying watching DSP playing Mario Kart World. Well, he's still a bum even when playing the game. Yeah. The next 3, Mario and Animal Crossing 2026, along with Pokemon Gen 10 2027, Splatoon 4, Super Smash Bros. 6, and Zelda 3D, all among with Metroid Prime 5, MP5. Yeah, all that's not happening in 2026. No. All that's not happening in 2026. No, I don't see that. But yeah, man. Yo, Super Christian Bonanza with the banana. Thank you for the $5 dono, man. Appreciate that. Getting us to 340. Yo, 340. Almost at the quad platinum. Can we get the quad platinum tonight? 400? Yo, excuse me. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So Microsoft canceling Perfect Dark wasn't bad. With all that money on their assets, they can't push Everwilds and Perfect Dark to gold. What a moron. I mean, to me, it was more about losing the people that are losing their jobs. Like, sure, there's a lot of things that all these companies do that we don't like, but they all do things. They're all equally can be as bad. You know, that's all I was saying. That's all I was trying to say. Like I said that people online, like a lot of normal gamers, aren't crazy. Look at Apple. Apple's legitimately pretty terrible at some of the stuff that they do. And how many people go in there and buy iPhones? Like, I got a friend of mine that works for Apple. Like, I'm not gonna. It's like, it is what it is, man. People will buy what they want at the end of the day. But Apple can be terrible. Apple can be absolutely awful, right? And do you think people care? Of course not. You know, Apple sells tons of iPhones and tons of iPads and tons of subscriptions and tons of stuff. Heck, I buy Apple for my wife. You know, I bought how many iPhones have I bought this lady since I've known her? I bought her one in 2020, bought her one in 2022, bought her one in 2020. I think it was last year I bought her. Oh, I bought this lady like 2-3 iPhones already. So, and I bought her an iPad. Let's see here. True people will buy Nintendo Switch. They buy a golden Nintendo, but they buy a golden Nintendo. Okay. Unfortunately, this is Twitter. Or many will agree with him. It comes to Nintendo being worse. Many will, but will the majority? No. Many people do use Apple by arguing Nintendo is still bad and Switch 2 sells because iPhones still sell, but Apple's still bad. Yeah, what I'm saying, why I'm saying that is because most people don't care. All these companies do stuff that you don't like, and most of the stuff that people say that, oh, I don't like, it's like, oh, they shut down an emulator. Like 99% of people do not care about an emulator. Like nobody cares. Like, oh, they sue Power World. Like, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. So it's stuff that people just get really angry about that like majority of people do not care about, or they don't even see like that's like an issue. Okay, who cares, you know? So yeah, that's the reason why I say that. Like when I say nobody cares, doesn't mean that they don't do something that people might not like, but something that you might not like and it's something bad in terms of like factually, that's objective. That's subjective. That's just your opinion. Doesn't mean it's actually true, you know? So that's why I say when I say nobody cares, I don't mean like they don't do anything that people don't like. What I'm saying is that like nobody actually cares. Because like all these companies do things that people don't like. Laying people off isn't good either, you know? Obviously people don't like that. That's not good either. Whether how much it is a problem or not is going to be subjective based on how you care about it. Yo, shout outs Pink says W husband, LOL. Thank you so much, Pink. I try. I mean, I don't know if you ask her that, she might not say that, but I try. I try. Thank you for the 2, Pink. Appreciate it. I didn't know you were watching. Also, thank you Deported with the $2, or no, thank you Deported with the $5. Instead of spending millions on lawyers to make even more acquisitions, I bought her an Apple Watch too. She wanted a watch. I bought her for Christmas. Instead of millions of lawyers to make even more acquisitions, do you think Xbox considered developing great games with their existing studios? I mean, that's what I felt that they should do, you know, but obviously that didn't work out that way. Didn't work out that way. Pink, in the future, you're going to have an incredible husband in the future that gets you all sorts of stuff and takes care of you. You know what I'm saying, Pink? So you're such a nice, kind-hearted person. That person's there for you. It's coming. You're really young though, so it'll come when it comes. Working, just showing support. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you so much, Pink. I appreciate you, for real. They did it. instead of spending millions. Yeah, I mean, like, Microsoft deport, that's an interesting thing, though, man. I appreciate you, Combo Breaks. That's interesting, though, man. But, like, it is what it is. At this point, you can't really take it back. Can't really take it back. I hope, OJ, I hope. Hey, look, you got to talk to... Hey, look, I know somebody. I know somebody, Pink. I know somebody. I know somebody that'll treat you like the queen that you are. I know somebody. Very good looking, too. Oh, my God. Perfect. Very good. Very good looking. Very good looking. Very stable. Very good looking guy. Let's see here. You know what I hate, players send them. I'm tired. How are you, real quick, Pink? How are you on height? Just, I know you're a tall girl. I think you're like 5'10", right? 5'9", you know. So, how do you feel on the height situation? Let me ask you that first before I send them. Shout outs, Pink. I appreciate you. How do you feel about the height thing? What's your minimum? More like that. What's your minimum first? Let's see here. You know what? I hate players since how Twitter people gotta add an asterisk to Nintendo before they make a comment. Seems that seems possible towards them. Yeah, a lot of times you do. You know what I'm saying? A good man that's not looking bad. Okay, cool. So if I send a dude that's like 5'2", you okay? No, I'm joking. He ain't 5'2". No, I'm joking. Pink gonna if the dude's 5'2", Pink's gonna pick him up and put him in the basket to go shopping. Like, Pink's gonna give him a piggyback, right? Oh my gosh, no, I'm just playing around, Pink. I'm just playing around with you. I'm just playing. Let's see here. 5'7", 5'8" is the lowest I'm going, sir. Okay, okay. Hey, at least you're reasonable, Pink. Listen, a lot of tall girls, heck, even girls that are short, are not reasonable. They'll be like, I need someone that's 6'8". Like, chick, yo, you're 5'4". You're 5'4". What do you want him to do? Put you in one of them baby straps, them baby holders, like where you look at them like that? What do you mean? I've seen 5'4" women sit here act all wild. So at least that's how you know Pink's a good, because at least she's being reasonable. Because a chick that's 5'9", she's like, I need someone 6'9", you know, like, so the fact that you're willing to go, you know, that you're willing to do 5'7", 5'8", that's cool, you know, that's cool. Oh man, I appreciate your content so much. I have 19 subscribers on my channel since I started. I'm doing content on Switch too and many others. Heck yeah, man. You're gonna get a lot of subs. You're gonna get more subs. Make sure you guys check out 91 Gamer Boy. Make sure you check him out. I need 6'8". I know. I need 6'8". I need 6 figures. I need them to spend all their attention and time on me. I need them to drive a Bentley. I need them to have a house. I need them to have perfect credit. I need them to constantly, dude, it's like that one game, the Pop the Balloon game. You just see some of the craziest stuff on there. Some of the craziest demands from some of these women. It's crazy demands from men too. There's also some men that are absolutely insane on there as well. It's both, but man, I've seen some crazy stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be single. Trust me, you're gonna be single. There ain't nobody. You're not finding that. You're not finding 6'5". I've seen guys that are 6'2", 6'3". They're like, oh, you're kind of too short for me. The girl is 5'7", and the dude's like 6'2". She's like, no, you're not 6'2". He's like, no, I'm 6'2". No, I'm 6'2". You know, and he looked 6'2". He looked like there was other girls that were, you know, that were a bit taller, and he was definitely 6'2". You know, I can tell height very easily because when you play football, you just know how tall everybody is because you always get your height and everything, and we have everybody that's like multiple different heights, so I just know just by looking at somebody how tall they can be. I'm like, oh no, that guy's definitely about 6'2". You can just tell, just like where his shoulders are compared to the women that are like around like 5'5" or 5'4" or 5'7". You know, you can just tell that he is actually 6'2". And she was arguing with the dude that he's not 6'2". And while she's 5'5", and she had heels on, she was like 5'8" or 5'9" with heels. She's like 5'5", 5'4". It's crazy. 6'3" is the highest I'm going. Yeah, it's tough to find anybody 6'3". The national average here in the U.S. for men's height is 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Sorry, I should say that. So yeah, finding somebody even that tall is tough. So finding somebody that tall that's actually going to be that's that tall that likes you, that's going to be good to you. That's like even harder. It's like, fine, you can find somebody tall, but are they actually good to you? Are you actually attracted to them? Are they actually nice to you? Will they actually treat you good? You know, there's like a lot of factors that go into it, you know. Cybertouch with a $5 dono.
My wife says to tell you, I'm tired of him. You can give him away too. Ouch.
You know what? My wife might say the same thing. She tired of me, man. She I've heard everything. So yeah. I don't watch the full episodes of the Pop the Balloon. I just watch the clips because everybody always just clips it and puts it on Twitter, or it's on YouTube Shorts, or it's on Instagram. So I just see all the clips. I don't actually I'm not gonna sit there and watch freaking Matchmaker 3000 for the next 2 hours. Those episodes are long as heck. I ain't watching that whole thing. But I see the clips all the time on YouTube, or sorry, on Twitter and on YouTube Shorts. So yeah. Now the clips are hilarious, man. Think it's too freaky? Sometimes, not really. One of the girls passed on a guy because of his pants. I see that actually quite a bit, where people will pass, men and women will pass on girl or guy because of their clothes. Like, I actually see that, oh, I don't like the shirt, I don't like the shoes, or I don't like... One guy came in with some purple Jordans, some purple, I think Jordan 3s, and a purple shirt, and she didn't like the purple. She didn't like that.
I couldn't deal with dating. I love my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays you need a resume, and there's too many liars out there.
yeah, man. You gotta update the resume, bro. You need a resume, and there's people that just lie about everything. Dating seems to be really crazy in today's day, depending on where you're at. Especially like if you're in like a metropolitan area, it seems like it's absolutely insane to date these days. And people are just, like I said, there's a lot of people that are manipulators, liars, or they're just looking to get something from you, you know. So that's tough. They're not actually not looking to get to know you and see how good of a person you are, or if you're compatible. It's like, oh, I just want to do something with you, or oh, I just want to take your money, or I just want you to buy me things, you know, like. So yeah, it's definitely rough. It's definitely rough. I'm 6 foot, never understood the fascination with height. Clothes, I kind of understand. Listen, actually, height to me seems a bit more, because clothes you can change. You can't, I mean, well, now you can change your height, but changing your height is very painful and not worth it. But, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But clothes you can change. So, for me, you should never not want to be with someone because of their clothes. You can just be like, oh, I'll buy them new clothes. My wife hates my wardrobe. What did she do? She just bought me different clothes. So, like, a lot of the nice shirts that I have, she just bought me them, you know? So, or she makes me buy them. Or she'll say, hey, you got to buy them. So, you can change someone's wardrobe. That's not a big deal, you know? So, yeah, bro, I got lucky with my fiance. Out 5 years together. That's the 9th, and we're getting married next year. Hey, congrats on that. Met on Bumble. Oh, there you go, Bumble. There you go, man. Let's go. People be looking for the height, and guys, on that show. Oh yeah, that show is like 100% like, you know, if you're not 6 foot plus, it's like boom, boom, boom. Here comes the pop balloons, like almost like right away. You know, like like pop balloons go boom, 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 boom. So yeah. Congrats to my man Rob, though. Appreciate that. People artificially increasing their height with surgeries, deranged. Not a lot of people do it, but I have seen that people do that. Like, there was a guy that was like 5'5", and now he's 6 foot, and he looks like Stickly, or he looks like Slender Man or something. He's just like, but he's been training. Usually you can't jump and you can't do anything like that, but he's been training in his legs, but his arms are still really, his arms are still the length of a 5'5" guy, so it looks a little bit weird. But he's like, oh, now I get more dates. I'm like, dude, like, yeah, but now it looks like you got stilts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but usually you're not supposed to be able to jump or run and all that, but he's been training, and he can, you know, I give him credit for training his legs back up, but that just seems insane. Like, the process of doing that just seems insane, to sit there, crack your legs open, right? Take your legs, crack your legs open, insert, like, what is it, metal rods to extend your, like, that just seems, and it hurts. Like, the recovery, it's not like it's not painful. It's like the recovery's painful. Like it's soreness and it's pain. Like, dude, it is not worth it. Just try to find you like a 5'1" chick. Like, just, it is totally not worth that. I don't care, man. Like, it ain't worth it for that. Like, it's, I think I'd rather just be single. I think I'd rather just be single than to sit there and crack my legs open to be 5 inches taller. You know, like, no way, man. Like, absolutely not. So crab legs sound good. Yeah, you cracking your legs open like a crab. So yeah, man. I'm 6'3". I wish I was 6'6"-ish. What does being 6'6" matter? If you're already 6'3", you're fine. If you have things that you need to work on, you should, but never change who you are to satisfy others. Yeah, I agree. I'm 6'5". I think most of the height filtering is women looking for a pro athlete with money. Yeah, the funny thing about it, though, is that even most guys that are tall aren't pro athletes, though. You know what I'm saying? Nothing pisses off a tall guy more than asking him if he's an athlete. Like, if he's a pro athlete. I'm Samuel. I'm pretty sure you get, like the people asking you, why didn't you play basketball? Huh? Why aren't you in the NBA? Yeah, so what? There's a lot of guys that are 6'5" and aren't in the NBA. But... dude, my brother-in-law, he's 6'2", and people ask him that. He's only 6'2". I mean, he's tall, but he's like, one, I'm from Nigeria. We don't even play basketball like that. Two, it's like, I'm not even that, like, 6'2". 6'2" doesn't guarantee you to be in the NBA. Like, that's insane. But yeah, neither the 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6, like that. You still have to have skill. Like, you still have to be good. You can't just be tall and all of a sudden you're in the, I mean, you know how many guys I've played football with that are tall that never made it to the NFL? You know, it's like a lot. The majority of people that are 6 foot something don't make it to the NFL. The majority of guys don't make it. If you're 6
Height
foot
doesn't
plus,
matter.
you
I'm
know?
5'7", never had a problem getting a date, and I'm married.
Yeah. Shout out to Justin says, never had a problem getting a date. I mean, I've definitely had girls before in my past like say like, oh, he's not tall enough, so you know, I'm good on that. But like, you know, I've dated girls that are taller. You know, like I dated, well, were we dating? I don't know, but whatever. When I was in college before I graduated, she was definitely a good 5'10", 5'11". She never mentioned it, not even once. She really liked me. Like, she really liked me. And she never mentioned, I mean, I think there was one time, but we got into kind of like a little bit of an argument with her other friend because they were trying to say that the average height of men is like 5'11", and I'm like, no, it's like 5'8", 5'9". I think it's like 5'9". They're trying to say it's like 5'11", 6 foot. I'm like, no, that's not the average height. And this was before, like, this was like kind of like before, it wasn't before the internet, but I didn't have a smartphone at the time. I don't think I had a smartphone, so we couldn't just like look it up right away. But they were trying to argue because they were taller. Both of these girls, they both really liked me, and they were both like 5'10"-ish, 5'10", 5'11", but they didn't care about my height. They were just trying to argue that it's like, no, it's taller for men, and I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, you know, it's this. But either way, yeah, they never really cared. So some girls do, but a lot of girls don't. Did they pick you up? Did who pick me up? Did the girls pick me up? No? You mean like pick me up? Like lift me up?
Man, I wonder who this mystery guy OJ was talking about earlier, lol. Is he really that handsome? But father dating as Gen Z is just rough, lol.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, he's a handsome dude. Oh my gosh. Still had OJ. I had the Riz. Yo, the Riz back in 2009. Super Riz. Let's go. Before, when Kai Cenat was a kid. I'm 5'9", but the army and my platoon, half the females were taller than me. Half? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if the girl's going to the army, you're definitely gonna get some of the bigger girls going to the army, right? 5'11", 6 foot was the tallest I've dated. Wife is 5'4" though. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my wife's actually, she's a little bit taller for girl, at least. She's like 5'7". My wife is, I'm not that much taller than her. So yeah. Shout out Stokes. 365, let's go. I'm 5'9", tallest I've dated was tallest I dated is 5'8". People assumed she was taller. Didn't care either way. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really matter at all, you know, at the end of the day. Yeah, average height differs per country, but we were talking about the average height here in the U.S. because that's where we live. So we were talking about here. I know, like obviously, like Netherlands and certain places, like Sudan, like it's going to be taller in certain, certain places. But we were talking about here in the U.S. We weren't talking about like other countries. Man, I had a spotty dating life, and one time I thought I had it. Turns out she was for everyone. Oh no, that's the worst. Like, oh yeah, I got a good girlfriend. Yeah, so do I. Who is she? Yeah. That's what happened to me, bro, when I was in college, man. That's so happened to me. The girlfriend that I had, man, she was with all the fraternity dudes. They were talking about how they took turns, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. They were telling me, oh, yeah, we took turns. And then I asked her, she was like, yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is. I was like, I'm done with this chick, man. I was like, okay, sure. I was like, all right, no problem. Fine by me. I'm out. Yeah, that's what they said. Sharing's caring, dude. Sharing's caring. Let's see here. That's an instant breakup. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we still kind of spoke, but it was kind of over. She wasn't even really coming over no more or nothing, so.
But
yeah.
to be fair, I'm 5'7.5" plus. Where I grew up, I wasn't actually considered short. I was average there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, like, the majority of women don't care. The problem is that the vocal minority will speak up really loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vocal minority will really, really, really talk loud compared to, but like, most women do not care. Most women do not care, or if it's not like high on their priority list, it's like the other things that are way more important, other things like financial security. I think that's way more important. Like, someone that's not a loser is more important to most women than height. Most of the time, See, to be honest, I had a date week, I think like a half week ago, or a week and a half ago. She said she didn't want to pursue anything further. I mentioned I'm a gamer, and what it is, and it is what it is. Yeah. Like I remember back before, before I got married. I remember there was a date that I went on. And I told her what I do, like, oh yeah, like, I cover video games and stuff and all that, and she instantly broke. She instantly pretty much said she doesn't want to talk to me no more. Like, we still finished the date, but she wasn't responding to my questions and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's all good, So yeah, she had a problem with that. Oh man, she had a problem. I remember a buddy of mine in college trying to get me to talk to a girl, and I asked him, have you had a girlfriend? He said no, and I said, then butt out. He didn't even. Hey, sometimes he can be good at matching, but not necessarily great at other things. So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I finished the date. She even asked if I wanted to come back to the place, but one nights aren't my thing anymore. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Not gonna say I would have made the same decision, but hey, I guess you gotta stand. I feel you, man. I get you. You know what I'm saying? You're getting to that age, man. You get to that age, you gotta make sure that you look for something solid. Gotta look for something solid. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. The Key and Peele. I'm in there. I'm in there. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. It says, yeah, I kind of want my dream GF to be a bit of a nerd because when I play a game, take long. Yeah. Like, I mean, even if they're not, man, like, sometimes, like, if you got a girlfriend that's supportive of you, like, that likes your hobbies. Here's the thing about a smart girl. A smart girl wouldn't get mad that if you're a gamer, because if you're a gamer, what are you doing? You're going to be at home. You ain't going to be out doing crazy stuff. You're going to be at home. You're not going to be out talking to other women and being unfaithful and stuff. You're going to be at home playing games. You know where they are. So, if anything, like, that's a good thing, in my opinion, at least, So, I don't think House Gang is Gen Z. I think he's a millennial. I think he's a really late millennial, if I'm not correct. I think he said early 30s, so that would be millennial, right? Not quite Gen Z. Let's see. I don't know. I guess there's a negative stigma that it promotes laziness. Maybe. 94. Yeah, he's a millennial. He's a late millennial, later millennial. So I'll be here finishing up all this stuff. But you gotta watch out for those type of women. Yeah. 28 is the oldest for Gen Z. Yeah, 28 is the oldest. I think. Yeah, House Gang's 30, turning 31. So, or 32. 31 or 32. Yeah, 31. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there. No, but sometimes you got to make the right executive decision, though. I think that's a good executive decision, you know, because like if there's nothing that's gonna happen, you don't want to potentially catch feelings, and then the person is not actually interested in you, you know. So there's also that too. Now let's see here. I turned 31. OJ 80,000 me on my birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday that day, but I did 80,000 you. Hey, thank you, Ultimate. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the subscription, bro. Anyone born from 1998 to 2000 are ascended Zoomers. Ascended. So it's someone born in exactly 1990s. Someone born, what, 1990? That's still also a millennial. 2000, yeah, that's just Gen Z. Yeah, you're young. You're young. Oh, were you two? I thought you were. Okay, I thought maybe you were like 2000, 2002 or 2003. Man, I feel old, Pink. I feel old. I was like getting ready to go to college that year. I was like getting my colleges in line. I was figuring out what if I wanted to go to like UCLA or go to like colleges. Hey, but I'm trying to, you know, still trying to be youthful and all that. You know what I'm saying? Still trying. Justin with the 3.
Time to look back at dating and all the signs I missed. Like a girl asking me to come in to eat some pancakes and watch a movie at night, me being obvious, said no, I'm good, I'm not hungry, and I got to work tomorrow. Ah, lol.
So let me come and eat some pancakes, hang out, watch with Justin's like, you know what? I don't really like pancakes that much. Nah, not a pancake guy. I got work tomorrow, so I'll see you later, right? Thank you, Jenny. Had a great night. The only experience that I have, I actually have a couple experiences with that, like years and years and years ago. I remember before wife, I remember I was dating this one girl. She was a taller black lady, and she was actually super well off, man. She had an Escalade, and she came and picked me up. I think I told this story before, but she came and picked me up, and we went to that one guy's restaurant, the Guy Fidet. Like there was a restaurant that he has, and we went to his restaurant. Dude, I don't know what they put in that chicken sandwich, but it gave me BGs. Like crazy. It gave me BGs. And she came in, she picked me up because my car was in the shop. So she came in, she picked me up. She was like an executive at like I forgot where she worked at, but she was like an executive. So she seemed like a nice lady, you know. Her hairline was kind of receding a little bit too far back for my liking, but that's okay. That's beside the point. The point was, that hairline was going, it was going. But she was tall. She was like 6 foot. She was probably about 6 foot. But she had like somewhat bigger shoes on, so maybe she's like 5'10". But she didn't care. Obviously, she didn't care. But anyway, we go out to eat. Dude, I don't know what they put in that chicken sandwich, but my stomach just started going. My stomach just started doing that one dance that one guy did. You know what I'm saying? Like that one dance that he did. My stomach just started doing like the Dr. Mario, like the little viruses, the like literally my stomach just went insane. My God, my stomach. So we're getting home and I'm just like, oh my gosh, my stomach. So then she parks in my driveway, right? She doesn't pull up to the side. She parks in the driveway, puts the car on park, and just is looking at me like this. And I'm like, thanks for the night. And I just get out. I just get out and I close the door. And I look back as I'm going to my house, and she's looking at me like, really? And I'm just like, and I just go, and I'm like, dude, my stomach's killing me. So, I mean, I was like, look, I gotta get out of this situation. I'm not gonna deal with that tonight. I don't know what's gonna happen. Bro, I was on the toilet, like, periodically for, like, the whole night. and it was like violent, man. I don't know what happened. That chicken sandwich was
I sent you
spiked.
a DM on Twitter X. This dude made a post about the gaming industry and gamers overall that is very eye-opening.
Okay. Thank you, Super Christian Bonanza. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, man. It was crazy. So that was one of the funny things that happened to me in that situation. There was one time I was working at a sunglass place, and there was a girl that I worked with way before, like in the early 2000s. And when I graduated from college, I came back to my hometown, and like I went back to work at that place, but like at a different one. And we had known each other and, you know, whatever, but we never really thought that we were going to date each other or anything like that. But, you know, she was okay. She was cute and everything. She was whatever. And I like went to church with her a couple times. She was like that one, I don't want to talk about it too much, but, you know, they have like long hair and like they don't wear makeup and they have like long dresses, like that religion. And I think apostolic, there you go. Was it Pentecostal or was it apostolic? One of those two. Anyway. And, you know, so I saw her again and she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, it's going good. And she's like, hey, you're going to call me, right? You're going to call me. You're going to call me, right? And I was like, no. And then she's like, no, you're going to call me, right? She's like, call me. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I just blew it off. But she was totally telling me that whole time, like, hey, call us so we can go out. And I thought it was like her just joking around because we'd been friends for forever. So I thought it was her just joking. But that was another time where she was like, hey, call me. Hey, let's go out. Let's get something to eat. And I was just kind of like, and I saw it as like a joke like the whole time. And I never did. I never caught it. I just, oh, it's just Tiff being Tiff. You know, I didn't think she was actually serious, you know? Justin with another 3.
To ask someone to eat pancakes at 10 at night, but nah, that was my mess up. Lol.
Exactly. That's the fact that somebody would ask you to eat pancakes. You should have known that was some type of like Morse code. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have known that was some type of secret code out there, bro. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Yo, what's up, Galactus? Welcome. Yo, shout out to Paul Gale. Hey, no problem, man. I got to your stream late. I couldn't really talk because I was babysitting. But shout outs, dude. Seriously. Happy birthday to my man Paul Gale Network, bro. Happy birthday, man. Pancakes at 10 p.m. is code for GTFO. Well, no, it was get inside here. Like it was the opposite for Justin. Shout outs, man. Combo breaks. 23 combos away from the quadruple platinum. Ayo. So let's go, man. Thank you guys so much, man. It's a setup. Bubba comes out the back like, like slides out. Uh-oh. You in trouble now. Hey, what's up, Dr. Birdie? Welcome to the stream, man. What's good? We've all had talk. Dude, it wasn't exactly, but it wasn't even like, dude, it was a chicken sandwich. It was a chicken sandwich. That's all it was. And we never spoke after that. I never texted her again. She never texted me again after that. That was the craziest. That was the funniest thing, man. That was the funniest thing. We never spoke again after that. I don't know if it was food poisoning. I don't think I felt nauseous. So food poisoning usually will make you feel nauseous. I never felt nauseous. I just was just... I mean, I guess there's all different types of food poisoning, right? Where it can, you know, make you on the toilet or it can make you feel nauseous. But yeah, usually if I get food poisoning, I want to throw up. But I never felt like throwing up. My stomach just went nuts. So yeah. I was, like I said, that was like a decade plus ago, though. What's wrong with pancakes at 11 at night? You got to bring the syrup and butter too. Yo, we out here. Should have hired Gordon Ramsay. I know, man. Yeah, exactly. Bring out the big bucks to hire Gordon to come through tonight. Oh man. All right, let's go and let's get into that was a weird segment. Let's go and get into some of the other content for today. I don't think we went over everything. We got some Nintendo Switch 2 news updates as well. We got some the Nintendo Switch 2 sales. It looks like, which we went over this a little bit, but it looks like Nintendo actually might have sold more than 5 million in the first month or so. It looks like Nintendo might have sold 5.4 million according to David Gibson. His estimates are a little bit above that. So that'll be interesting to see exactly. We also have the Nintendo facing apparently there's a lawsuit in Brazil over the bricking of the systems. Apparently the Sao Paulo branch of Brazil's Consumer Protection and Defense Program has stated in a press release that it's challenging Nintendo's ability to brick Nintendo's 2 consoles when it wants, citing certain aspects of it abusive. As we already know, it can permanently restrict your from accessing the eShop and online play if they believe you have unauthorized accessories or pirated software. So I don't understand this. These people aren't going to win this because Microsoft and Sony have the exact same thing in their EULA. They could also, and they've done it too as well. Microsoft and Sony have also banned people from online services and all that. They all have the same thing in their EULA. So I'm not sure what they're doing here. They're not going to win this because every company has the same EULA in their terms of service. So it's no different from Microsoft or Sony, which they've also banned people too. So yeah. Anyway, that was the thing that also happened as well in terms of Nintendo Switch 2 news. We also had the confirmation Donkey Kong Bonanza. We know that's the Mario Odyssey team, so that's awesome. Also, Super Mario Strikers is out. But we also had a Bandai Namco showcase. Mario Strikers is out as well, so check that out. We also have evidence of Digimon Story Time Strangers getting a Switch 2 version, which we already know that's getting a Switch 2 version. Also, some accessory manufacturers claim that Nintendo Switch 2 has encryption that break third-party docks. So be careful about third-party docks when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2, because there are going to be some issues with that when it comes down to it. All right. We also had a frame rate and a tech analysis with Street Fighter. Runs at 60 most of the time, except for like some of the pre-fight stuff that runs like at 45, but for the most part runs at 60 during the gameplay. Also, the World Tour mode runs at 30 to 60, so depending on where you are, it can be lower frame rate, but battles are 60, or some places can be 60, so there's that as well. Also, DLSS 1080p looks better in terms of some texture stuff than even Xbox Series S overall. New patch as well for Fantasy Life, so for those who want Fantasy Life or playing Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Steals Time, check that out. And yeah, I think that's a lot of the news roundup. I just kind of wanted to fire through a lot of that, then get into some Q&A as well. So all right.
Can I get Bob on Battlefield from Mario Kart World?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Justin, for the multiple donos and support tonight, man. And also big love to Bead Queen as well. Multiple donos and support too. Yeah, the OJ's crazy story segments are fun stuff. All right, Babom Battlefield Mario Kart World. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Justin, with the combo breaks.
Combo breaker!
Yes, sir. That's like I said earlier. Switch 2 haters are scrapping the bottom of the barrel. Nobody cared about Brazil until this new Brazil is not a huge market for Nintendo. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day too. But yeah, all of them have the same EUL. They can all brick systems. They've all brick systems for if they feel that you're hacking or pirating. So it's no different from any other system. I did see that. Yeah, one guy in stealth, which I had to check him a couple different times, which was funny. What's your favorite Xbox game? Probably Fable. Okay, what do you think of the new battle mode in Mario Kart World? What do you think of the battle mode in Mario Kart World? I'm not a big fan of battle mode, so I'm not really huge on it. It's like I said, thank you, Justin, with the 3, though. DLSS is upgradable and can possibly get better on Switch 2. It could. Theoretically speaking, yes, it could. You know, obviously development tools, APIs, things like that could also, you know, could get a little bit quicker or better, so, as well. So yeah, man. It's good stuff. Are there any Switch 2 games that use ray tracing right now? I'm not sure if there's any Switch 2 games that use ray tracing. Nintendo did just make a new patent though for ray tracing to even get it better or something like that. So I'm not sure. Nintendo Switch games, I don't think there are though. Nintendo Switch 2 games that use ray tracing. I don't think that there are. Every Nintendo Switch 2 game that has ray tracing. I don't know if this is accurate though. Yeah, there's no launch game. There's no games right now. I don't think so. But I think in the future, yeah, some games will probably use it. But I don't think there's any right now. Yeah, I have not even played battle mode. We need to still play it though on our stream. We need to play it. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good, man? How are you doing today? Are you excited for Ninja Gaiden? Kinda. One thing you don't really tell Brazil is how they lost 7-0 in soccer. Not a wise thing to say. Yeah, don't bring up soccer, man. All right. I saw that welcome tour. I saw that welcome to tour. Welcome, I think you meant just welcome tour. Brought up and talking about the GPU and as ray tracers. That's why I asked. Well, I mean that was already in the spec sheet beforehand. So yes, I mean I guess technically maybe welcome tour. Maybe if there's like a demo for that, they might have it in there. So maybe that game has it. But yes, it can do ray tracing. But yeah, we knew about it beforehand. I mean, Nvidia said that even before Welcome Tour came out or anything, and the Nintendo said it has ray tracing as well. So yeah, we knew that that was already confirmed. Let's see here. Haven't touched the battle. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, dude. I don't really play battle mode too much, man. I don't really play it too much. Cyberpunk don't have ray tracing. I don't think it does. From what I read, I don't think it does. I mean, I guess I could be wrong. But I don't know if it does or not. So yeah. I don't think it does. Excuse me. Charles, hey, what's up, Charleston? Shoutouts, man. Unless somebody has a link or something that where it does have ray tracing, let me know. If it does, then I'll definitely change. You know, then I'll change my thoughts, right? Any games that excite you this year? Yeah, all the first party stuff from Nintendo and like maybe like Ghost of Yotei. I'm looking forward to that game. But yeah, all the first party stuff. Looking forward to Metroid Prime. Looking forward to Kirby. Looking forward to Ghost of Yotei. Looking forward to what else? I gotta see the list of all the games that are coming out. But yeah, I'm kind of just focused right now on Donkey Kong. Focused on Donkey Kong. Focused on Metroid Prime 4. Those games are exciting. My guess is that ray tracing isn't worth the visual benefits versus the performance. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it for right now until you can implement it in a little bit better way. That's not so much of a hit on performance. I know that Nintendo put out a new patent. Well, we just found out about a new patent that actually helps with ray tracing, but maybe also won't necessarily hit the performance as much. So I think in the future we could see that. But ray tracing, just to me, ray tracing isn't enough of a actual difference. Like, you know, and I have a PC that can do ray tracing, and I've seen it in game, and it's not that impressive overall. Like, it's not like, oh my god, this changes everything. For me, at least, it doesn't. Justin says he completely forgot about battle mode. Nice. Ray tracing can save developers a lot of time compared to baked in lighting. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a developer, so I'm not even sure if I can sit there and say that or not. Let's see here. Did you see my message or the tweet? Oh, my bad. I totally forgot about that because I have to open up. You said it's on Discord. It's on Twitter. Which one? Where is it at? Sorry about that, Christian. My bad, dude. Justin with another $3 dono.
Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition might have it. They haven't confirmed it to have it or not yet.
Okay, Little Nightmares. That might help because that game has a lot of shadows and light and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah. Yeah. I actually referenced this post from Shokyo earlier in terms of what he said, Christian. So yeah, I got you on that one. Yeah, we talked about I talked about what Shokyo said in terms of like how the problem like with developers closing studios and things like that, and how Nintendo operates compared to others. So yeah, absolutely. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Star Wars Outlaws could be the first ray trace game on Switch 2 because it was built with ray tracing in the forefront. Yeah, I don't know. That might be something that they cut in order to get the performance where they wanted to get it. So just depends, man. Like I said, I don't really care about ray tracing. It's not that big of a deal to me. Apparently, I've played games on PS5 that have ray tracing, and I wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, maybe there is some games that have it, or Xbox Series X that have it. I don't know. I don't care. That's not part of what makes a game good or not. Yeah, it was a good post, Super Christian Me World. It was a good post. Have your CPU moving like a slug. That's with a high-end graphics card used for development. Yeah, with ray tracing, it's a huge hit on. It can be a huge hit on performance. That's why I think Nintendo's trying to make a better way, you know, to get it done. So yeah, in terms of get it done. So. I agree. I actually think ray tracing has held back gaming in some way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's held it back, but yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. You give me good frames and resolution. Yeah, give me good gameplay, good frame rate, good resolution. Give me good gameplay, good frame rate. Give me that to where it feels smooth to play. You know, obviously it doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure it's, you know, good enough. And that's all I'm looking for, man, when it comes to these games, dude. That's all I'm looking for. I don't need all the biggest bells and whistles when it comes down to it. Just need it to be great. You know, just need the gameplay to be fun as well, you know? So there's also that. Do I stream every day? I stream not every day, but I stream most days. So usually my streaming schedule is usually Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, take Sunday off. So I stream 5 days out of the week. But sometimes, like tomorrow, I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off because I'm going to actually hang out with my daughter. So I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off. So it'll be tomorrow. But I usually take a day off in the middle of the week, and then I take Sundays off. But I stream every other day usually. But this week I stream today. I probably won't stream tomorrow, but then we'll be back for JoJo Friday, so that'll be fun. Ray tracing has been around for a long time, just not the gaming, because the real-time cost performance better for VFX. Yeah, I think Nvidia started. Yeah, I feel you on that one actually. All right, take it easy, KO Ken. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yeah, you can get in on Mario Kart. We're gonna definitely have to have a Mario Kart session. We're gonna have to have one pretty soon here. Oh, another thing is, like, Saturday, I might not be able to stream on Saturday because my wife has an event thingy. So I might do Sunday stream instead, since I'll be taking Saturday off. I might do like a Sunday stream. So I might not be able, I don't think I'll be able to be on the Spawncast or be able to stream on Saturday. So I'll probably stream on Sunday. So this week's a little bit goofy this week, guys. Sorry about that. Dylan the Wizard, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Combo breaks in the chat as well. So yeah. Make games that are fun. A lot of developers are too caught up on cinematic features. They forget what's making a video game, not a movie. I think a lot of times that comes from also gamers that are being crazy about graphics, you know. So it's like a give and take. It's like a, you know, and all that. So sometimes it's just it goes all over the place, you know. Overall. Let's see here. Rip the Spawncast. OJ brings much needed sauce to it. Well, just for this week, I guess, right? Just for this week. Just for this week. So there's an Xbox guy on Twitter, and he talks about how this guy's definitely an Xbox guy, and this is what he said about the whole thing. He says, "I blame dev time and budgets for modern video games and for what's going on in the industry. During the 7th generation, we had 3 Mass Effects, 3 Batman Arkhams, 3 Dead Space, 3 Bioshocks, 8 Rockstar games, 2 Fallouts, 2 Elder Scrolls, 5 Halo games, and 4 Gears." But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That the dev times and budgets are out of control, based off of what all the people that are online always talking about how we need graphics. I mean, I don't know. Always clowning a game that doesn't have the greatest graphics. Look at what happened with Halo Infinite when that first came out. People clowned the graphics like crazy in that game. So whose fault is that, man? So yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth, OJ. It's the fault of always who want graphics. Yeah, exactly. It's the fault of people who always want graphics. But they're sitting there saying, the people that are talking, like literally bought the Xbox Series X. Oh, that's the graphics. You guys are the ones that wanted that. You guys are the ones that wanted the graphics in the first place. So I found it hilarious that he blaming development. You blaming developers? It's the fans that want that. It's the fans that want that. A lot of the fans want that. A lot of the fans sit there and clown systems that aren't as powerful and clown all that stuff. That's what's happening. You know, that's why when people say graphics are important, but they're not like, oh my gosh, I need to have them all, you know, all the time. It is what it is on that. So yeah, dude, it's just, it's one of those things to where gamers will blame everybody when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, whose fault is it really? You know? Whose fault is it really that stuff is happening? Exactly, right? So yeah, man. Let's see here. We can throw the blame across the board. Yeah, we can throw the blame across the board, man. There's a lot of blame. There's a lot of blame to be had. A lot of blame to be had. Gamers speak the loudest. Gamers speak the loudest on this type of stuff, dude. Let's see. I think back to games like SMT5, which don't have amazing graphics, but is the top 10 favorite personally. I think SMT's graphics are actually pretty good, though, right? I think the models and the I think maybe the environments aren't the best, but I think the graphics are actually not bad. It looks pretty good. But yes, I see what you're saying. Obviously, not as good as, you know, other games. Also, Metaphor Fantasio, people try to clown those graphics too. Astral Chain, I'll switch to. Astral Chain's graphics are actually good, though. I think those are actually good graphics. Yo, PC, these closes or yo, OJ, these closes are insane. I freaking knew that Perfect Dark gameplay was suspect, and glad to see you did too. Yeah, I knew it was suspect, man. I knew it was a bit suspect. You know, I knew it wasn't necessarily great. Like it just looked off. You know, it just looked real off from what I saw. So yeah. Atlas Games get by through style. They don't need to spend AAA money. The thing about it is that they do spend AAA money. That's the thing about it. Persona and Metaphor Fantasy, those are definitely AAA games. Like, those are not cheap games to produce because the content in the games, they take a long time to develop. AAA or not, when it comes down to it, it's not just based off of if the game has blockbuster, what you think is top of the line graphics. There's more to it than that. Development time, team size, these are all things that also factor into it. And Metaphor Fantasio is absolutely a AAA game. It's just not focused completely on graphics, you know. But the game, in terms of how long the game took to make, the amount of time that they took them to make the game, the amount of features and content, that is a AAA JRPG, 100%. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You'd probably be surprised how much that game cost to make, you know. That being said, I did love the graphic realism art style in Marathon until I found out it was stolen. Yeah, I don't know if I ever loved Marathon's art style, but I think it's cool for what it is. Exactly. Persona and Metaphor, they have a lot of drawn animation and stuff that takes a lot of time to make, you know? Those are AAA games. The problem is that people think that the only thing that's AAA is Western developed games that have like big graphics, or it has like the best graphics on the system. Oh, okay, yeah, like Death Stranding, that's AAA, but Metaphor is not. I'm like, nah. Metaphor is. Persona 5 is. So I bet they still cost a lot less than AAA stuff you see out of many other studios. I mean, give me some examples. Once again, you got to give me examples of what you're talking about. I don't know if that's the case. Once again, like the cost of developing games, guys, it's not just simply based off of graphics. That's not just the cost of developing games. A lot of times the cost of developing games goes into the marketing budget. So it depends on how much you're marketing the game. A lot of cost of developing games goes into how long it took to make the game and how much content the game has. So if the game has a ton of content in the game, you've got to bug test and you've got to debug and bug test for a million different things. If you have a lot of hands-on animation or anime scenes, or you're working with other companies, that can increase the time and development and budget of the game. So a lot of you guys are thinking graphics are what makes the game expensive. Just that, no, there's many aspects into what makes a game expensive. It's not just the way that the graphics are. There's other things that also factor in, like lots of other things. Music, live orchestra, all sorts of stuff, right? How many tracks you have. God of War Ragnarok, they spent like $2 on the soundtrack. No offense to God of War Ragnarok, but it's got like 22 tracks. Metaphor has like 70 tracks. Persona has like 100 tracks or something like that. You know, so where do they spend their time? God of War spent more of their time on the graphics and less of their time on the music. There's not as many music. Metaphor spent way more time on music, spent way more time on hands-on animation, spent way more time on content in the game. So those are the things that you have to realize. All development in terms of AAA doesn't have the same focus. Some developers focus on graphics, and then it sorely lacks in other areas. Other developers focus on gameplay length, and focus on music, and focus on features and content and abilities and things like that, and don't focus on graphics as much. So just because a game has better graphics and all that doesn't mean it's all of a sudden it costs more to make than another game. No, that's not true. Let's see here. I don't know about marketing. Marketing budgets are not usually factored into the development budget. They are factored into the development budget. That is that you do not know game development. Marketing budgets are absolutely factored into the development budget because it's the overall cost of the game. It is factored in, actually. It actually is. They don't want to commit money to a campaign. They don't know how the project turned out. Okay, let me tell you guys. So you don't just make a game and then say, oh, we think it's going to be a big game now, we're going to put money into the game now. It's project management, right? So before the game is even like when you greenlight the game, you already know exactly how much you think this game is going to do. You already have a projection of, hey, we think we can sell this many copies. We think because it's in this franchise, we can sell this many copies compared to this much competition, compared to what we think. You put it out there. You don't wait till the game's developed and say, okay, well, we're only going to put this much marketing into the game. If you think the game, usually if it's going to have a 4 or 5 year development period, you're going to put a good amount of marketing into the game. You already know beforehand. Now, those numbers could change based on different factors, but Metaphor was always going to be a game that they marketed a lot and was always going to be a game with a big budget. It was always going to be that. So it's always that from the beginning. The majority of AAA games or games that are big market games, they already know that beforehand. They don't wait till after the game is done developing and say, okay, well, we're putting this much. It's usually factored in during, because you have to start getting marketing material ready. You have to start getting promotions ready. You can't wait till after. If you wait till after, then it's going to delay the game even longer. You got to be doing these things simultaneously. You got to be getting ready for this. They don't just do it on a whim. A lot of times trailers and different stuff, once the final cut is done or once they got enough footage where they think it's good, they actually start putting things together. So marketing budget and all that is stuff that's done during the game's development and is factored in, as games are not always gold or done before the game is released, right? So there's a lot of times when they'll talk about a game, they're still developing it, but the marketing budget is to put out trailers. It's to talk about, it's to advertise the game. It's to put it on certain places. Absolutely, it's factored in. Shout outs to Kevin with the $16 Toby Blaster. Let's go. Shout outs, man. There's no message to it. It's just a Toby Blaster. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Shout outs, thank you for the $16. Oh my goodness. Did that get us to 9? Oh my God. We are almost at the quad plat. 1 away. Yo, thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. We are going. Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. A movie and a video game is not the same thing. So I don't know why you're bringing up movies. Movies and video games are not the same. But I'm telling you right now that a marketing budget is absolutely factored in, because you have to market the game while the game is still in development. You're spending money on marketing before the game is even done. You're spending money on marketing. So I don't know how you're I don't know why you're telling me that the marketing budget is done after the game is, while we've actually got marketing and there's advertisements for games and stuff during the game's development. This is something I work with companies. They pay for people. Mr. L, I work with companies. Sometimes before the game's even, they will say, hey, look, we're going to do this. We're going to set up this. We're going to send you this. They're paying for their advertising and marketing while the game is in development. It's not just all after, you know? It's not just all after. It's factored in.
Some pancakes. Lol, this was a great stream.
Shout outs to Cyber Taurus and shout outs to Justin. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Let's see here. Thank you for the support, Justin. And the Great Was is, I need my shout outs back on track. Yo, let's go. Thank you, man. But it's all good. Like, I get it. Yes, a lot of the marketing will be spent afterwards, but you have to factor in the budget for marketing. You have to start formulating that. You cannot wait till afterwards, then pick and choose how much you want to spend. Like, at least that's not what good games do. Good developers, good games, they have their budgets laid out. They know what they're going to spend, and then there might be some variables to that, but it's laid out beforehand. You're not going to wait then all of a sudden just pick a budget for the game. You know that the game is going to be a big game. You're going to have a certain amount that you want to spend on that. You're going to have an idea. That's called project management. But yes, you're definitely going to. It's going to happen almost simultaneously. You're going to know. You're going to know how much you're going to spend. You're not going to wait, you know. All right, let's see here. Games aren't even fully done a couple months before the launch, so of course the marketing before, unless they shadow drop. Exactly, because a game could, like, it goes gold, right? Like a month before. So it's, okay, we're going to go print off the disc, like the game is done. So they're going to have to factor in how much they're going to spend on marketing, because you're going to be talking about the game. You're going to be having it in maybe magazines, or back then in magazines, advertisements. You're going to be running commercials. You're going to have to know what you're going to be spending, and you're going to be spending money on marketing, because the marketing budget could be like your PR, your marketing, like Celia, for example. She doesn't program, but they have to have her on the budget, you know what I'm saying, for what she does in terms of her marketing, or sending her somewhere, or whatever the case is when it comes to the games. So you're going to factor in that budget in terms of things. Like, if this game is a big game and you know it's going to sell a lot, but you need to kind of put it out there more, you're going to have an idea of what you want to spend beforehand. You're going to put that away, and it's going to be factored into the cost of the game. Like, it's absolutely going to be one of those things that just, you got to factor that in. You don't want there to be super surprises, but you have an idea, like, okay, Legend of Zelda, obviously we're going to put a big marketing budget behind Legend of Zelda. We're going to put a big marketing budget behind, you know, Donkey Kong, or behind Mario Kart, or stuff like that, right? You're going to do commercials. You're going to have what you need to have in order to sell the game, you know? So yeah, it's definitely a factor. It's definitely a part of it. Maybe he thinks that's more like movies in the US, where apparently the production budget that is officially released doesn't include advertising. Yeah, once again, but that's different from gaming's very different from movies. Movies and gaming, they don't do financials the same exact way. Like I said, I work with game developers, and I know for a fact that a lot of them do factor in, because once again, the game is not done yet, right? The game goes gold, but you're going to see advertising for the game, right? Money spent before the game is even out. So at some point before, they were factoring in how much are we going to spend. They're not going to wait all the way to the very end of development and say, okay, now here's the budget for the game, or here's the advertising budget. I mean, some might, but a lot of publishers are not. They're going to have a set allocated amount, because you have to know how much you're going to spend. You have to put that on your sheets. You're going to know how much are we going to spend on this, how much are we going to, you have to budget things. You can't just wing it till the very end and then say, we're spending this much on the game for marketing. Like, you can't do that. That's going to leave you in trouble, right? So you can't necessarily do that. You got to have your budgets cut out and laid out for what it's going to get. Like I said, you can adjust an audible, but you're going to have a general idea based on how well the game's going to sell and stuff like that, you know? Yeah, I wasn't saying that they're the same as movies, just maybe the other dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different from movies. You know, movies aren't the same thing as games. Like, movies and games operate very differently in terms of how they market, how they budget, how they develop. Like, movies and games are so different. I mean, movies don't take as long to make. I mean, in terms of production shooting, movies usually are shorter. Now, don't get me wrong, some movies can be really long in production, but movies do not take as long as, like, Tears of the Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, most movies aren't going to be, they ain't going to take that much, like 6 years to make. So that right there is already a massive difference in terms of how they're going to do things when it comes to financials, you know? They're going to do things very differently. So So yeah, completely different, you know. So this is crazy. Nintendo's gonna win another generation if people even consider it the generation, you know. If people even consider it that. But hey, look, at this point, I don't know if it even matters. Shout outs to the Great Wah. Appreciate you, man. Shout outs to Justin and Caitlin. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus 405. We got the quad platinum. Man, that is crazy on a Wednesday. Yo. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys know who Cloud Strife is? I think so. Let's go. Do we even know what a generation is anymore? That's the thing. It's gotten so murky at this point. It's like, does it even matter? You know, I don't know if it even matters anymore. Shout outs to my man. Let's go. Shout outs to my man, Cybertor. Shout outs to everybody that dropped donos today, man. Thank you guys so much for your support. It looks like, I think, have we hit our time? I think we've hit, yeah, just about our time. So we are going to wrap things up here, guys. But before we wrap things up, let's get a couple other questions. If you guys have them, we've got about 5 minutes left in the stream. So I'll answer the questions and we'll talk about, a number of different things. If you guys have not seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. I went over some big news, gaming news, and other things when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2. So make sure you guys check that video out if you haven't seen it. I go over the situation with Microsoft and the problem there. So there was also that. So there's the video. Make sure you guys put it in your watch later. If you have not watched it already, you gotta watch it. You gotta check it out. It's a great video. Movies only take 8 weeks to shoot. Yeah. A lot of I mean, you obviously have like the screenplays and the writing that could take a lot longer, but like in terms of shooting the movie, obviously very different from compared to like actually entering production. Like when you enter production in a video game, like that's still going to take you a number of years after pre-production, you know? You think Nintendo should get Rare and Perfect Dark? No, Nintendo's not going to get Rare. They can't. Microsoft's not going to sell them and Nintendo's not going to buy them. So there's no scenario that Microsoft or that Nintendo somehow gets Rare. And there's no point. The people that worked with Rare back in the day when Nintendo owned them, they're all gone. There's not anybody there anymore. It's almost pretty much completely new people. So what's the point? There's no point in getting Rare, and Nintendo's not going to pay for them either. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know? Do you remember MacGyver? You're a millennial? Yeah, you're a millennial or you're a boomer. Boomers like MacGyver, too. Let's see, generation really doesn't matter, in my opinion. LOL, some tried to downplay Switch 1 by saying it's the last gen console, therefore not in competition. That did not work, yeah. Well, when they found out that it was selling better, beforehand, what was the talk was, oh, it's going to flop, it's going to fail, it's going to be like Wii U. They had no problem putting it in generations and all that. But then when it does good, then all of a sudden, oh, well, it's not in the same generation. Yeah, so it's okay. You know? Thanks for the stream and laughs, OJ. Let's see, on this terrible, no good, very bad Wednesday. First Diddy not guilty, Perfect Dark canceled. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling though. Like I don't want to get too into it, but I kind of had a feeling that he would be found not guilty on a lot of stuff because, just because of the way that the trial was going. Like it's just a lot of people that said I want to go. A lot of people were like, yeah, I want to go. Yeah, sign me up. Like a lot of people weren't. I mean, obviously he's terrible. There was a lot of people that were like, yeah, sign me up. There's a lot of weird people and freaky people out there, man. I mean, it's not like you had a gun to their head. At least most of them, right? Now, anybody that testified, they're like, oh, yeah, well, you know, he looked at me weird. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to get a conviction. I mean, obviously Diddy's a terrible person. He's a terrible person. And this is crazy. That's crazy stuff. But I kind of had a feeling this was not an R. Kelly thing. This was going to be something where he gets off on this. Like, he's going to get away with it because people willingly went down there. Like, they willingly signed up for this ish, you know? So yeah. I mean, it is what it is, though. Like I said, he's a terrible person, though, man. He's a terrible person. So, thanks for this. But yeah, it is what it is. What can you do, you know? If you had to guess, how long is Donkey Kong Bonanza be, or how long will you like it to be? I'd probably guess that it's something like a 20, 30-hour game, or like Mario Odyssey, maybe a little bit shorter, something like that. And then maybe if you want 100% it, maybe it'll be more than that, 40 hours, 50 hours. So yeah. Then it should just form a new studio called Super Rare. Rare 2. Super Rare. Double Rare. So yeah. So Nintendo can try to get people who are leaving Rare, but not really the company itself. I mean, even that, the people that are leaving Rare, weren't even the people that were at Rare when Rare was doing what Nintendo did. All those people already left and have done other things, and then now they formed a studio called Playtonic. So if you wanted to get Rare, you would just buy Playtonic. You wouldn't buy the new Rare or that Rare. You would buy Playtonic, and they're not buying Playtonic. Those are the developers behind Yooka-Laylee. So they're not buying them either. But if you really wanted a new Rare, or if you wanted to bring back Rare, you would just buy Playtonic. There's no point in buying that Rare. That Rare is not the same Rare. The people that actually did it is Playtonic. Those are the guys that you would buy. You know, that was the studio. That would be the studio that you would buy, but they're not going to buy them. You know, so yeah. They are not going to buy them. With the Switch 2 sales and what happened with Smash, do you think Banjo is coming to Switch? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Nope. Yeah, I think I would hope they bought Playtonic, but they didn't, and the Tencent bought them. Yeah, exactly. So, wait, Tencent bought them? I didn't even know about. Did Tencent really buy them, or did they just invest into them? So I don't know. Baron, you came at the very end of the stream. All right, Baron, if you can get ready and if you can do this quickly, we can, because like it's at the very end of the stream. But if you want to come on, but you got it, we got to do it soon. since you're ready for a rant, I'm down to listen. But we are at the end of the stream, so you got it. Are you ready to go right now? How about that? If not, we can do it on Friday. Like we can do a JoJo Friday. I don't mind having Baron on, but you came at the very end of the stream. Yo, Poke UFO. Thank you for the $10 dono. I got a babysit tonight too, because my wife, she's not feeling the best. So I got to babysit tonight. So that's why I don't mind having Baron on, but we got to do it right now. 12 minutes? Oh, no, we can't do 12 minutes. No, we can't do 12 minutes. All right, Baron, we're going to have to get you on next time. I can't do 12 minutes. Honestly, I really can't. I got to babysit tonight. My wife is not feeling great. 12. No, we got to do it for next time, Baron. DM me, Baron. We got to do it for next time. Shout outs to Poke. He says he just came on. Oh my God, he just got here. Oh no. Put the wife in the. Psh, yeah, right. I'll get freaking. You ever seen Zangief? Like suplex someone? If I did that, oh my God, I would get suplexed by her. She's strong. She's strong as heck. She would. Oh yeah, suplex me, hit me with the freaking power bomb. Yeah, right. Closet. She's a tornado, bro. Nintendo's gonna switch online. Gonna up the Switch Online price in the USA August, September. Probably not, but I mean they could. Sure, they could, but probably not. Let's go eat row handles. Yeah, man. Yeah, I it's all good. I'm sorry, Poke. Thank you for the $10 dono, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, though, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you guys for the donos tonight, man. You guys were insane in the membrane. Man, thank you guys so much, dude. Seriously, it really does help out on the stream. Like I said, I'm going to continue to do my best to try to up the quality, up more streams, longer streams, all that good stuff, man. We're going to try. We're going to try as hard as possible to make sure that we do stuff like that. So, you guys have a nice one. Take care. Hope all of you guys are doing great. Hope all of you guys are doing awesome. Love y'all so much. All right, and we will see you for the next one. All right, guys. Peace out, homie. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Shout outs to Beat Queen. Once again, Beat Queen, Justin, Cybertars, all the homies. Party, man. Love y'all. You guys are the greatest of all time.